I'm not late. Hello, Moselmi. Hello, Platter. Hello, Limali. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Michelle. Hello, NG. Hello, Andy Burglass. Hello, Yisa. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Christine. I'm not I'm not late. Shut up. Hello, Maria. I don't listen to anything anyone says. I'm not late. I'm never late. Who said I'm late? Who lied? Who lied and said I'm late? Plotter. Plotter is always lying on me, guys. Like, don't listen to him. Please, 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 please. He's always lying on me. It doesn't count, okay? I'm not late. Yeah, Plotter is always lying on me. I didn't do anything. Hello, Spirit Girl. I didn't do anything. Hello, Maria, Maria. Yeah, Plotter, liar, liar, liar. Pants on fire. Hello, Janet. Everything is Plotter's fault. Don't you know this? And the moment Danny appear, it will always be his fault also. Okay? It's never mine, obviously. How could it ever be my fault? Whatever, guys, whatever. So first, I would like to thank everyone who is helping with the Let's Go the Court. Let's go the court. Let's go the court. Let's go the court. We are at $355. Yay! So thank you, Dwayne, Christy, Gail, aka Andy Burglass. I have to change that. Laura, Tara, Luna's Blade, Dream Life, Polly, Mary, Elizabeth, Cookie, Sacred Onion, Wake Up and Hustle, and Milady. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I think I didn't put the name of Farida. What the fuck? And Farida, I'm sorry. I'm going to put your name, girl. Oh, fuck. Thank you, Kimi. You understand my mindset. So thank you, everyone. Let's go to the court. 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 Yes, it's always Plotter's fault. How is that my fault? Thank you so much. Oh my God, guys. It was so funny. So someone is really press, okay? Because of the fact that we are exposing who she is, as in, just showing that she's telling us her real identity. That's not our fault. We didn't do anything. Exactly. Loki is like, it's Plotter's fault. Woof, woof. You see, you have to listen to Loki. Loki knows best. Hello, Stephanie. Oh, she's always pressed, man. She's always pressed. So yesterday, she tried to strike my video from yesterday. But the strike that she tried to use, because she cannot use the whole name bullshit privacy complaint because I don't put her full name. So she tried to use the fact that I was using Lady Latisha's video. And she tried to put a strike on my channel with Lady Latisha. The thing is, they really need, she doesn't give a shit about what happened to Lady Latisha's channel, obviously. But she's going to the last step so that the person received the email that someone actually tried to take to remove a video. And she has done that 2 times on my channel by Lady Latisha. Yeah, she was so pressed, she actually put her real name. I think probably so that, I can get, I can use her name. I put it on the screen and then she can strike my channel. Yeah, she's striking on behalf of Lady Latisha, but now before she was striking under the name of Ashley Williams to, I guess, hide a little or whatever the fuck. But now she's literally like, Danielle Robertson. I'm like, okay, girl, thank you so much. No, not into doxing, into that, because she wants to remove the video. She's scared of the information being out. But everyone knows who you are, girl. Shut the fuck up. But the thing is, by keep on striking with Lady Letitia's channel, and that is the second time she tries to do that, and it doesn't work. Lady Letitia can lose her channel for abusing the copyright system. So I'm like, Lady Letitia doesn't know. Danny ain't your friend. She don't care about you. Okay, like she does, she really don't care because she goes really to the end of it, which means that like, yeah, Lady Letitia is allowing her to do it. But that's the thing. I am not stupid. This is my work. This is mine. You cannot strike something that is mine. Okay, cool. So stupid. She always tried to use the non-musical audio. I'm just like, shut the fuck up, okay, girl. Like, you are not gonna get the strike. You already did 2 times. You're risking Lady Letitia's channel by doing that, and she knows that. Let's be clear. What I'm saying right now, that she's putting Lady Letitia's channel in danger, she wouldn't do it for herself. Because she know that if you get too many false copyright strike, YouTube can suspend your channel. So I'm like, Lady Tisha is so dumb. Okay, like, but like it's worse because she really goes to the end of it. That's why I receive a notification. God knows how many videos she tried to strike. Hello, Lisa. God knows how many videos she tried to strike of mine. But now she's really going to the end, and now they are formally refusing, giving me a notification. That's the second time. YouTube remove your channel for 3 strike. What do they do for false copyright strike? Like she is such a weirdo. But well, no, she's not a weirdo. Lady Atisha is an idiot, and Danny is just using her. Nor does she give a shit about her channel. But I'm actually like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that was one of my first thoughts. I was just like, why are you risking her? Yeah, YouTube denied them because it's not her audio, it's mine. I changed everything about that audio by making it faster, changing a little the tune, just a little. That's why when I finish with her videos and I remove all the fucking background music and then I change her voice to a chipmunk, I'm gonna be able to use her content without, because it's gonna be mine. So fuck you. So she keeps on trying and trying and trying to strike me, but it's not gonna work. And it's sad that she keeps on trying to do that. But that's how desperate she is to silence me, because Danny cannot handle any type of investigation into her. While she has no problem putting everyone's information online, including putting lately that she'll lose her channel. Look, I'm not like, except if she's listening to me, she's not gonna know that Danny is putting her channel in danger. So that is not like, it's not like I'm gonna text her and be like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know that you're putting your channel in danger? Because she's gonna take it as me being scared when I'm not scared, because it's my audio. Even if it was to pass, I would be able to argue it, but it's not even passing. Okay, it's not even like going through. So I don't even need to argue it. But like, it's just like, yo, you're putting your channel in danger. That's stupid. But Danny don't care. Like, let's be clear, Danny don't care. That's why I always thought, I hope the music that she's playing like behind herself is not an audio from Danny. Because if she's there, just say, Danny, I don't like you risking my channel. Danny can strike her out of existence. So I really, because I remember me when I was doing my lives, what's his name? Odell wanted me to put up one of his music behind me so that people couldn't watch my thing. And I was like, no, because I was like, I'm not letting you put music behind my video. And then if we have a fallout of any type, you can use that and then strike my channel. My big mistake with Danny was believing her word. Like, normally I protect myself pretty well, which is why she needed to do the whole, going into the middle of the night and acting like a little bitch. But yeah, no, I think it is really whack, or how much it's clear that she don't care. So I hope for Lady Letitia's sake, Okay, that she's not playing Danny's music behind her, because that is not going to be good for her in the long term. And I hope for her that she stops Danny from putting up false copyright strike that are just going to make her channel in danger, because Danny is not playing those games with her channel. Okay, like that is a game that's only risking her channel. I'm like, okay, you're giving her, like, she's your representative, she has the right to do that. It's so stupid and sad. But yeah, no, she can continue to try to strike me and do all her bullshit. But sincerely, I'm just like, girl, the only reason why you had the possibility to take my channel was because literally you lied to me. Like that's it. I believed your word. That's the only reason. You're not God. Because I remember that Stone Paxton and probably Auntie Mickey were both being like, I can strike you even if you use my audio, which is probably what they're talking about with Danny. And I'm like, you cannot. You cannot. I'm protecting myself. Okay. So I thought Danny, the only reason why she even had the opportunity to do that to me and me not do it right back to her is because she took me by surprise. I thought we had not a truce, but an agreement. And because she reneged under her agreement, that's the only way she was able to take my channel. Danny is not a god. Danny is not magical. Danny is a coward. Everyone can do that. Which is why I'm looking at her risking Lady Letitia's channel, and I'm like, that's so fucking sad. And the fact that she's trying so hard to suppress me just proves that I am fucking right. Hello, Tanika. It just proves I'm right. It proves I actually know who she really is. I know her real. I showed her real apartment. She's scared. So some people are still trying to distract me, trying to make it seem like she's someone else. I saw DJ EQ say, do you believe Donat? He said that she was 4 people. And I'm like, you clearly did not listen to my video, because if you did, you would see that I always believe that her name now is clearly Danielle Robertson. That's her name. Lady Atisha is playing with fire because she believes that she has the protection of Danny, while not realizing that Danny will use her and spit her out without even batting an eyes. Without even batting an eyes. Danny don't care. That's why I was actually shocked when I saw the second one, because I was like, after 3, like, they can take your channel. Like, what the fuck? And I was not surprised because of the attack, because exactly. Lady Atisha think that Danny is under her control. I'm like, she's not. You're not controlling Danny. Danny is controlling you, and Danny will throw you out without any problem. Which is why she's doing what she's doing. If Lady Atisha knows the rules, she knows it's against community guideline to be striking people without legitimate reason. You can lose your channel for that. That Lady Atisha is an idiot. She's trusting someone that is an avatar, someone that she knows will go back on her word without any reason. Okay, let's be clear. Danny only was able to do what she did to my channel because she is a coward, because she is a loser, because she is pathetic. She is not smart. If she was smart, she wouldn't have been trying to sue me and then show her fucking real name. And if she was smart, she wouldn't have blocked me when I said gorgeous under her Instagram profile, because then clearly you're showing me that you recognize me. There is a reason why you're blocking me. You're not being subtle. If I had been in her comment section being like, you fucking you are Danny, fine, you block me and it's normal. I said gorgeous and she blocked me. because she recognized me. I wrote gorgeous under my username. She know my Instagram. I didn't hide who I was. I was Madgie Kwaku. She knows my name really well. I knew it was gonna get a reaction. Never thought she would block me because that's so stupid. Like, it's so clear who she is because of that. I'm like, you're an idiot. So you're putting a lawsuit while being in a lawsuit with like two people at least. You're putting a lawsuit against me where you know you in 3 days you cannot fill out under Jane Doe. You are an idiot. They put your real name in the lawsuit. That's stupid. I'm like, you're dumb. How was I not supposed to find her? She's literally saying to me in loud voice, this is me, this is me, putting privacy complaint on my videos when I show her real name. Hello, that means I'm showing your real name. That's so stupid. Everything she's doing is so stupid. So for people to be like, yeah, Danny outsmarted you. What outsmart? Is being a coward what is outsmarting someone? Because we can all go back on our word and strike people that use our content. We can all do it, which is what I did with every single one of the other one. Really easily. I also struck pictures exactly like her. It's not magic. It's paperwork. So yeah, she's messing around with the channel of Lady Letitia, and that's not my business. That's not my business, but I do admit I actually was shocked because I was like, shit. Happy 4th of July. That's your independence, right? To American? Oh, happy independence, American. So, hello, Landmark. So yeah, no, I think she is pretty obvious in her endeavors. It's sad and it's pathetic. And the only reason why I got no problem showing who she is and showing how she is and putting the video of her ex talking about how went into his house. Why do I not give a shit? Because she dogs me so much. I don't care. Danny doesn't deserve any type of decency. Like, that is what those people have taught me. I don't give decency to people who are not decent. Hello, Heart Angel. I don't give decency to people who don't deserve my decency, which is what I'm believing with all the other one. Like Ralph, he tried to do the whole thing about me calling him a child of the system. I'm like, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. I hate you. Okay, like, I don't care. You are the worst. You have insulted me in every type of way. Why would I feel any type of empathy for you? You have never shown me any ounce of empathy. So I am basically just giving back what I have received. So yeah, like I said, they're always trying to shame me. And I'm like, I don't know who you're trying to shame. You're a bunch of weirdos. I think you're all sick and pretty twisted. I'm just fascinated because I am sure that Danny is gonna destroy Lady Letitia's channel. That is for me so clear. Just by how relaxed she is to do those fake strike on my channel with her account. I'm like, her channel is doomed. Like, whatever what happened at the end, Lady Letitia's channel is doomed. I don't even know what Ralph is doing right now. Like, I don't really watch him, except if something was to happen and someone told me. If not, I don't see the point. As for Golden, I know something happened between her and Tanika. What happened? Tanika, can you write it in the chat? What happened? Do I need to intervene and go check it out? Because, like I said, I don't watch those people. Before, I used to at least want to kind of watch Lady Letitia, because a lot of the time they will all go there. So it was an easy way to just have all the information in one go. But no, I'm not gonna listen to them individually. They just repeat the same thing, so there is not really a lot of point in doing so. So no, I don't do that. But yeah, no, I just wanted to give you that little news concerning Danny and my situation with her. Now let's go back to the title of the video. So yeah, guys, Shower World, when they were talking to Donut, were fucking right. It's gonna be a bloodbath. The YouTubers are gonna auto-destroy themselves. So I clowned them while I was there. I was looking for a sub and it went left. What the fuck, Tanika? Okay, so if it was all fun, I'm happy about that. So yeah. Oh no, it's gonna be a bloodbath. Oh, I'm sorry, Tanika. So yeah, let's look at what, because Tisa is I don't know what's gonna happen with Tisa and Ratchet TV. Like, we're gonna watch. I compose a whole video just for that. Oh, Vamp crashed while I was sleeping. Hello, Danny. Hey, Madgie, please do not talk about or mention Ratchet TV, please. Danny, did you see the title of my live? Maybe you need to sit this one out, my friend. I'm not playing his video, guys. I compose my own shit. Are you crazy? I don't play anyone's video, okay? I'm scared of everyone.
A loss for me. I was advocating for victims. This is a loss for all of us. This is a loss for society. And the fact that when all...
So, in this video, you're gonna see what happened during the confrontation, because Tisa Tells and Ratchet TV, they are the first thing happening. I feel that Armand, everyone is gonna be like taken into that situation. I'm pretty sure. What happened with Tisa and Ratchet, we're gonna watch that right now, and then we're gonna listen to them talk about it. Yo, I put it all together. We're gonna even listen to Jag in this video. It's all mine. It was a long video to edit.
That went down. That is all they could say. That is all they could do. Again, I still stand 10 toes down. And all these people saying, ha, 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 I get it. We live in a world, in a country, in a time when nobody cares about anybody, right? No.
And now, if you go on Ratchet TV channel, you will see that he is saying that he's in contact with the Diddy's family. So yeah, it's a no. Shower World was right. It's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be crazy. People are gonna fight. Like, there is gonna be a lot of fight.
Nobody cares about anybody. Let's get listen. Let's get this. Let's get into this. Cassie's lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, has made a statement. Okay? He said.
So you see, for the first part of the camera, that is Tisa and her live stream, and then the second video, that is Ratchet TV and his live stream. So it's two live stream going at the same time. Tisa is doing her thing, and Ratchet TV is looking for her.
The entire criminal process started when our client, Cassie Ventura, had the courage to file her civil complaint in November 2023. They said although the jury did not find Diddy guilty of sex trafficking, Cassie, beyond a reasonable doubt, she paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. By coming forward with her experience, Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. This is a direct statement from Cassie.
So you see, he talked to Armand and another person, and he's like, "Where is she? Where is she? She's lying. Where is she?" So that's why it's going on at the moment.
Lawyer Douglas Wigder. Okay, we must repeat with no reservation that we believe and support our client, who showed exemplary courage throughout this trial. She displayed unquestionable strength and brought attention to the realities of powerful men in our orbit and the misconduct that has persisted for decades without repercussions.
Let's go down here, gang.
This case proved that change is long overdue, and we will continue to fight on behalf of survivors.
Multi, hi. We're gonna watch the altercation. Then we're gonna listen to both of them talk about what happened. And at the same time, we're also gonna listen to Jag and what she had to say about Tisa Tell and see if it has any type of correlation.
There she go.
Well said, Mr. Wigdor. Well said. Okay. Now let's look at whatever else also could have went wrong. Okay. Listen. Again. Last major point, which points to the obvious fact that this whole thing was unnecessarily rushed. All right. In grand jury.
So as you can see, obviously Tisa Tell is against Puff PDD, and Ratchet TV is pro. Oh, there you go. Not today. Hi, not today. So yeah. Tisa Tell is against Diddy. The Ratchet TV is pro Diddy, and you can see now that the two live are Hello Mom Star are getting together, because while Tisa Tell is continuing to do her live stream, now Ratchet TV, on Ratchet TV's live stream, you can see Tisa Tell, and it's interesting that she is literally covered, like you see. She has that little protected area where she can just talk and nobody can really enter that area. Hello, Star. Which is weird. She's a YouTuber, not a journalist. So already one detail to point out. But let's be clear, Ratchet is the one searching for her. But it's weird that she isn't that thingy. Yeah, she has bodyguard, fine, but like the whole perimeter around her, it's I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Listen, is grand juries and home raids are what happens when you end the investigation. Those feds were bringing stuff to the grand jury just a few months after opening an investigation. The fact at the end that they're rushed and lazy investigation, the feds knew nothing more about Diddy and his business operations than what was Cassie's complaint, right? I mean, the Rolling Stones found out more about the illegal stuff that Diddy was doing than the feds did. All right.
What happened to the
everyone knew Diddy was doing mob-type stuff to keep people in shady deals and cutting former business partners out. 2 years of wiretaps and pressure to talk and be charged as a co-conspirator would have done a lot. But again, Mark Agnifilo took that away. Okay.
Tisa telling lies.
Listen. Again. It is what it
Ratchet
is.
TV said it.
Again, this is a watershed
moment. Let these motherfuckers lie to y'all. Now y'all got me pissed off out here.
I have to admire her professionalism. Like she literally, like she's not missing a beat. She's just like, oh wow. She's good. She's good.
Moment. Again, it is a watershed moment. Again, what are you doing? It is a watershed moment. You guys, listen. All I can say is this, okay? All I can say is this.
Y'all just missed it.
Again, people want to talk about controlling the media, okay? When I say watershed moment, I don't mean that good. I mean that it's a watershed moment and a wake-up call for the type of country we live in, for the type of thoughts that are in people's minds from 40 to 71 years old, and the fact that they will actually do that. I will say this, okay? I will say this. This is not over, and we need to move forward. I get all the flunkies of Diddy are happy their idol, who wouldn't even spit on them, is out. Because this is the type of lifestyle they idolize. A world where women can be drugged, they can be transported, they can be beaten, and nothing, as long as you have enough money and power, the respect that brings will guarantee that you will never get anything again. Again, this is a circus, and this is America. This is the world we live in. A woman's body means nothing. Bruises mean nothing. SA mean nothing. Okay? And now we have a thing of black men coming, trying to do. You guys.
Oh my God. What is he doing? He's like I said, I admire how calm she's remaining, but he is trying to get her attention a lot. And like I said, we're going to listen to one of his video after. Well, the video is in the video that I just made. Like, we are going to listen to both of their point of view. And it's just, wow. No wonder, like, the Diddy family is talking to him now. Oh my God.
For your platform to gain more followers and money.
Say something, right?
You lied to
At
your
the
whole
end of the day,
platform
these were
to
federal
gain
charges.
money.
And the
You
fact
lied
that
to
people
everybody
think that
to
federal
gain
charges
money.
do not have anything,
Are you going to give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told? Are you going to give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told?
Niggas is mad. So
there you go. Oh my God. She's like, I'm tired. Oh my God. The Ratchet TV is not broke. But dear Lord. Wow. Like she lost patience. Like, oh my God. No, absolutely, he's harassing her, like harassing her. He is heckling her. Yeah, I think that's the right word, heckling her, because he wants to show like his own point of view. But why does he need to do it on her live stream? I don't know what he's trying to do right now. Hello, Sunny. I think we're gonna understand better. Oh, he talks about BJ Investigate too. Okay, so Ratchet TV, let me give you a spoiler. Ratchet TV believes that Tisa and BJ Investigate are both feds paid by the prosecution to give misinformation about the trial. I know he's going to talk about those two content creators and as to why he believes that they're peddling misinformation. But yeah, no, BJ Investigate. Yeah, okay, guys, I'm here to give you the information, okay?
You're the mad one.
At the end of the day. At
broke.
the end
Me
of
broke?
the day,
You think
right?
I'm broke?
I
got more money than you.
Excuse me, can you?
Now they not gonna touch me.
Please.
You motherfuckers better not put a finger on me up in this motherfucker.
Right?
You ain't gonna put a finger on me. I'm not touching nobody.
Right?
I'm not in harm of nobody. I'm not even within 6 feet of you.
Right?
You're a liar.
Listen,
you are a liar, Tisa.
At the end of the day,
you are a liar,
we
Tisa.
have done what we
Tisa
can.
tells
This
is
shows
a liar.
that these
she lied
people
to
care.
everybody.
Like I said, Shower World was right. It's gonna be a bloodbath, okay? After that trial, which is now. Like, even Rotten Mango is just like, she was showing, you know, Armand and his baby oil moment. Oh my God. I know a lot of people took that moment as Armand being pro Diddy, but it was so clearly a bit. Like, it was literally a bit, and he went viral, and I'm pretty sure that was the point. Okay, like he did what he wanted. He did his big one, like literally just removing his shirt and like oil, more oil, more oil. I was just like, oh my God, Armand, I can't. Like exactly, Herman is not pro Diddy. He had to literally put a statement out because the press was labeling him like a crazy Diddy fan when it was clearly just like a bit. Like you can tell it was a bit. Anyone that watched him, like that's why now it's literally one of my big amusement to just look at my parent and be like, more oil, because of him, because it's really funny how he says it. That was sick. Exactly. Some people didn't find it funny and find it really distasteful, which I can understand. I can understand. But as someone who followed him, it was insensitive to all the victim. It's not the best, but it's really part of a bit. Like New York is wild, man.
More about, right?
She's working for the prosecution. And she was paid by the prosecution. She's a federal informant, and she was paid by the prosecution to tell lies on social media. That's why they got a special little spot for her.
Oh my God, she's really sending kisses to him. Like now that he's saying that she's a fed and a informant. Anyhow, like I know that Jag believe that she is an informant, or I think she also believe he is part of, like she's part of some type of feds or FBI or Homeland or MI6, 7, 8. And I think that she believes she has a liaison with like she has like, you know, a link with what's his name? Claudia Jordan. So yeah, a lot of people are accusing her of being some type of feds.
Right here in front of the court building.
Actually happening is, I'm glad I'm turning into the story, honey.
Tisa telling lies. Tisa telling lies.
Okay, so listen. At the end of the day,
you know what
there are, listen, these people are sitting here in this struggle mad that Diddy doesn't even know they exist. They want it, I get it. They're mad that they don't have, right, listen, they are mad. They're mad.
Off the Diddy case and the lies you told.
They are mad.
You gained your momentum off the lies you told on P. Diddy. Now go back and apologize
and now
to her
they are
family
saying
for lying.
that I should be the story because I actually went to the prosecution.
She hates black people.
Because
she don't like black people.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, Donat said that also, that Tisa Tell is some type of either colorist or self-hating black woman. Okay, but Tisa said no, but that's when Jag turned on her. That makes sense. Jag has a big ego, let's be clear. But yeah, a lot of people do say that she is anti-black. That's a rhetoric I've heard a lot, but I don't know if that bias comes from real experience or if it is because she is light-skinned. So I don't know.
They are mad that I went with what the prosecution could say, that I did what the prosecution would say, and they're mad. There's all these bottom feeders that literally are trying to get money off their kids, but they cannot, right? Listen, at the end of the day, these people need to be worrying about whether Diddy's going to get time and not yelling at me. I get it that I'm the story. I know they need me for the views. I know they need me for the content. I know they need me for those pennies and those money. And I know that they are the type of men that feel very comfortable trying to harass and bully and intimidate women. At the end of the day, this is the type of people they are. They want to bully women. They want the quiet women. And there's a bunch of dusty, ugly, male-identified women also riding on them. At the end of the day,
oh my God. The shade. Oh my God. The shade. Okay. The shade. So yeah, let's be clear. Tisa did, reveal the identity of both Jane Doe and Mia. Okay. Let's be clear. We saw it on my old channel. Like, she revealed the identity of Mia and Jane. I know that she seemed to have, I don't like how she talks about other victims and comparison and how she compares them to Cassie. I'm like, okay, I guess she has like a bigger affinity with Cassie, but I'm like, everyone deserves the same level of, kindness. That's something we had already talked about in the past. My mom is well. My mom is well, Tanika. Thank you. My mom is well. Yeah, my old channel. Why you want me to say,
Cassie
we live in. And I'm glad. Thank you for my baby for paying for security.
I had to do it,
Thank you for my baby for keeping me protected.
I had to do it, brother.
Baby, I love you, and I will see you soon.
Now, if a nigga was out here doing all that line, I'd be doing the same thing.
These are Diddy supporters. Grown men rolling up on women, trying to intimidate them, trying to make me feel scared, trying to make me feel, because they're mad that the federal government looked at behavior and said it's no. They are hoping that maybe they can get like a few things. There's a bunch of dusty, ugly, men-identified women mad that patriarchy didn't work for them, that are riding along with them. I get it. This is the world that we live in. They're mad. A federal government bought federal government.
With her lying ass.
Federal government
with
bought
your lying ass. You a motherfucking liar, Tisa.
He's crashing out. He's crashing out, and I love to sing it. He is crashing. Whoever it is, he is crashing out.
You
Remember when Shara World told Donut that it was gonna be a bloodbath? I think they can see the future. Maybe they have some type of, power in between the life and the death. And I don't know. I don't know who is her husband, but Ratchet TV has decided that said husband is white. I don't know.
Meanwhile, the man that he rolled out for don't him. The end of the day.
For love,
at the end of the day,
Rico, you promised. I thought you had inside information from the court.
These band of married men are
Where's
doing
the
this.
inside information?
You guys,
hey Tracy.
this, okay?
Am I lying?
So
Anyway, today.
Mark Agnafilio, listen, I will say this one time. The jury got it wrong. And the jury enabled this behavior. This is what the jury enabled. These are the people that support Diddy. This is the type of thing that they want actually done. Grown men and men crashing out, emotional over something.
Why is it that the moment people get mad at a black woman of any type, especially other black people, they have to go for the hair? Like, you have to buy a new... Her hair is good. Oh my God. Listen, I'm not going to say that's very rude of him, because she did call him a broke N-word and a lot of things that was not really nice, but he's been heckling her. I just think that I'm just fascinated by the hair thing, because I'm just like, why do they always go to hair? Like, always talking about the hair of black women, I swear.
Someone that doesn't even know they exist. Grown men fighting for the fact that they should be able to abuse,
and they're gonna tell her security,
this is the world they want to live in.
Goddamn hands on me.
This is the world they want to live in. And now they're crashing out, screaming, voices cracking, because they're mad that security is making it impossible for them to even touch me or get over to it. Anyway, you guys, let's get back into
She's a YouTuber that's working for the page.
Let's get back into it.
She's a YouTuber working for the federal government and paid by the prosecution.
Okay, so Mark Agnafilio stood up and said that he thinks that Diddy should be able to be released and go home.
She's been paid
now,
by the prosecution.
Okay? The government said that they are going to strongly oppose that.
She hates black men.
The government said that they are going to strongly oppose that, right?
Now,
here's the thing, and you guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I'm here in the trenches with y'all.
She damn near.
Oh my God, he's trying to use the N-word against her. She's black. I thought that can she not use the N-word now? Who can use the N-word? I am so confused. She did call him the N-word, but isn't she's black? I am so confused now about the rule of using the N-word.
Actually out here. There's a lot of hate out here. A lot of people act like I bought the charges. I will never apologize for supporting victims.
Girl, you don't
and again, everybody's laughing and kicking. Let them have their point. But again, the day has to change sometime. Diddy left, so now they come to the only story, which is actually me, right? Which is actually me, okay? So anyway, listen, they're saying that Diddy should be out on bail because he got downgraded to prostitution. They said he should be released now. He should be returned to home. He's only been convicted of the Mann Act, which, by the way, can go up to 20 years for the Mann Act, right?
That is not true. I don't know if you heard her where she said the Mann Act can go to 20 years. That's not true. The Mann Act can give up to 10 years because he has 2 charges of the Mann Act. That means that's why he can have up to 20 years. But as a first offender, that will be highly unlikely. Okay, people who are convicted of the Mann Act, they also receive a lot of probation. So I would suppose personally that Diddy is looking at 2 to 5 years. Personally, I don't think he's gonna receive 10. I don't believe in that.
Mark has made a bid saying he got released he got not guilty for less serious things, but it is, right? He said that his plane has been chartered.
Did you just say he got not guilty for the less severe charge? Okay, that's blatant lying. He didn't get guilty for fucking... Okay, so yeah. No. He got off on the hardest charge. I thought the man was gonna get RICO. RICO is life. Okay, so that's not true what she's saying. He got guilty on the easiest charge, not on the most like hard charge. That's not true. I do believe also he will get time served. Like I said, I expect between 2 to 5 years. I don't expect at all 10 years. And if they were to give 10 years, I would be like, going after it, being like, that's not fair because he's a first-time offender. That will make no sense. So yeah, let's be clear. That is not true. The only 2 charges he got as guilty were the charges that were the easiest. Okay, not the hardest charge. I thought the man was gonna get RICO. R. Kelly got RICO. He didn't get RICO. I can't believe it. My brain still cannot accept it. I'm like, what the?
The plane is in Maui, so he's not a flight risk. He has no access to the plane, and his...
I don't know. If I was Diddy and Mark Anifalo and all of that, I would play the race card. Like, if I was Diddy, I'll be like, you're trying to take down a black billionaire, and the white man that didn't have the trial, he got off because he's old. Like, I guess that is what is gonna happen. I don't know if he's gonna get 5 years. That's why I say 2 to 5 years. It depends on what the judge put his attention on, because it would look fucking bad, by the way, that you put a black man in jail for longer than necessary. Like, it's there is a history of putting black men in jail when it's not fair, etc., etc. Because at the end of the day, we can argue about the charges and which one he should have gotten guilty, but the 2 that he actually got guilty on, if they gave him 10 years, it's insane. And I personally would plead the black card. I would. So yeah, for me, I'm expecting 2 to 5 years. 5 years, you cannot go and start saying that it's an injustice and a travesty of justice, whatever. But if how good the lawyer are, I'm gonna suppose, like I said, maybe 2 to 5 years. I really don't know. With time served and concurrently, not consecutively. I don't think he's gonna get consecutively either. So yeah.
family has in fact been, his family is going to hold him to make sure he doesn't try to run,
At least you get to keep your platform.
He
done.
said that he shouldn't be permitted. He said he should be permitted to go home and live his life at home. Like it's been working, right? He said this is just a prostitution offense. They said that he should be able to leave the courtroom and walk outside, okay? They're doing the guidelines. But here's the thing. The prosecution jumped up and said,
if he wasn't Diddy and with everything that he did, I would have expected him to get probation. But since he has done a lot, I don't know. I think if he get probation, that would be the best for him, obviously. That's about it. I know the world is a strange place. I was so convinced the man was going to get RICO. I am shookity shook.
That they are going to ask for the guidelines and they're going to ask for the maximum sentence of 20 million, right? Mark Agnifilio thinks that he should be released right now on $1 million bond, give up his passport to his family and be able to go between Florida and New York City. And again,
hello, Christine. And I think that when she said 20 million, she meant 20 years. Hello, Bagudebart. Hi. There is no justice in this world. Absolutely. Like I said, I can't believe he didn't get RICO. Hello, Polly. My brain cannot believe it. Like he didn't get RICO?
I literally sat there and said, this man, who, even when, as Maureen Comey said, when prosecution was watching, this man was able to, even when prosecution was watching, was able to do what? He was able to go back and forth. Even while the prosecution was watching, he still was able, even when prosecution was watching, to break the law, commit this. He was still hiring escorts. He was still...
When I'm telling you, oh, the wig. Why are people so obsessed with black women and their hair? Oh my God, let her hair in peace, man. The woman looks good. Tisa is a gorgeous woman, okay? Like, everyone can see it. Everyone that has two eyes can see that Tisa is real good looking.
Ready to go, and they are trying to get them off. Again, congratulations to the Dream Team for doing what they do. But again, do you see all these idiots?
Not today. You're absolutely right. I know he could get probation. My prediction is 2 to 5 years, but he could absolutely get probation. I thought the man was going down for RICO 100%. I am shookity shook. I was so convinced the man was going to get RICO. Can't believe it. Life is strange. Yo, listen, I've seen so many black people make fun of black women's hair since I've been in the black tea sector. I'm just like, okay. But yeah, no, she's beautiful. Tisa is gorgeous. Like, when someone is beautiful, you can not like their inside, but if they look good, they look good. Like, I don't know who saw Danny, who went and searched Danielle Robertson, like Danny Nirvana or something like that. Like, the bitch is good looking. Her soul is rotten to the core, but she good looking. The impact of her soul has nothing to do with the exterior.
Walking around wanting to fight me, mad I have security, and they can't be a man and use their fist in hands.
Everybody
like
typing in my chat.
This
Tisa
is what the jury enabled. And this is the world the jury wants to live in. They sent a clip.
Yo, my prediction for the trial was shit. So I'm saying I predict 2 to 5 years. Now, should you follow my belief? No, I was convinced the dude was getting RICO. Exactly, Christine. You're like, she's a Sussex squad. Ugh, okay, exactly. But yeah, man, the woman is good looking. You have to be able to recognize beauty, even if the person is rotten to the core. Not talking about Tisa, thinking about Danny. Like I said, Danny, my first reaction when I saw her face, the fuck, she's pretty. Whatever is going on here? My brain couldn't comprehend why such a pretty person was acting this way. Hello, the iceberg. Love you too. I was like, damn, bitch, you're good looking. What the hell is wrong with you?
Signal that if you beat someone, hit someone, expose someone in dignity, that's what their money and power can actually buy. Okay?
Yeah, y'all
and there's a lot of people.
Tisa telling
there's
lies.
a lot of people. Again, at the end of the day, they focus on what they can. A bunch of dusty, men-identified women that patriarchy never worked for, but they're still going to support it because that's the only leg in the game they can. And a bunch of men that's mad that they're broke,
Thank you. She's
mad that they don't get the views. Even people did today, oh, you need to apologize. Are you good?
Listen, her forehead aside, she does have a big forehead, but her forehead aside, she is gorgeous. Okay? Talking about Danielle, not about Tisa. Tisa's forehead is fine. Like, she has a big forehead, but she's good looking. She's making it work. Rihanna has a big forehead. Rihanna is gorgeous. Like, the number of good looking women that have big forehead, that means nothing. Like, she just needs to put a bang and it's gonna be it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Okay? As long as she doesn't have a cone head, she's gonna be fine. Okay? Hey, no.
Send super chats back. It doesn't make you.
I absolutely believe Diddy should have been found guilty of RICO. My brain cannot comprehend how he was not found guilty of RICO. Like, when I say my brain cannot comprehend, I'm going to need to watch so many videos to try to Yeah, Tyra Banks has the biggest forehead of forehead. The bitch is gorgeous. Forehead is nothing. Hello, Tara. So yeah, no, let's be clear. Having a big forehead doesn't remove your beauty. Yeah, she has the crazy eye because the bitch is crazy. But she has gorgeous, crazy eyes. Always be positive.
That mad doesn't make you that mad that there were so many people that supported victims of sexual abuse. Doesn't make you that mad that there were so many people that actually did the right thing. At the end of the day, it is not a game. At the end of the day, it is not a game. And now Diddy's people have caused such a commotion that even when they won, even though he might be facing 20 years, they are still calling the...
Yes, Tyra Banks is that person, plotter. What's she saying? What was she saying? We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Something like that, yeah. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Is that the one?
Voice and flew, even when he won. Again, everybody's looking and they want to see what my opinion is and what I'm going to do. And I still stand...
Not today. You're killing me.
Thank you, Sam. It's okay. Listen. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Listen,
Tisa,
hey, what's up, girl? Lovely Ty. Can I get... Hold on. Can I get your...
Yeah, everybody mad out here. You done told all them goddamn lies to these people. You done told all these lies to these good people out here and stole all these good folks' money. Lying to them. They were eating that shit up. I just gained 300 subscribers from doing that. I just gained 300 subscribers from doing that. Can I get some subscribers? Can I get my 100?
Yes, that was the thing. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Something like that. Yeah. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Big ass forehead. Okay. Big ass forehead. Still gorgeous. Listen, like, there are some people that get views from screaming like that. So it's all a show, right? It's all a show. It's all show business, babe.
90,000. I'm almost at 190,000 subscribers, y'all. Let's go.
What did you feel? This is
double tap that screen. I should be at 1,000 likes for this epic ass shit I just did.
Lovely T. Please make sure y'all support and join her Discord. It is top
Tisa
notch.
tells
She's
the
in the
government
Discord. I didn't even know that. But
Yes,
Tisa's in the Discord. On my burner
paid
account.
by the
On my burner
feds
account. On my burner account. On my
in the
burner
narrative
account.
in the
So listen,
media.
tell me, what,
Tisa
when you
tells
heard the
is a
trial,
plant.
the verdict come out, what did you think you feel?
Okay.
Tisa
I felt
tells
like I
is a
said
plant.
before,
She was
the
paid
RICO
by
was
the
over.
government to
I
spin the
don't believe
narrative
that
to
there was a
everybody
RICO.
in
I
the
don't think there was
media.
enough.
That's why she
This
was
is
on
not a case of
MSNBC,
BMS.
CNN,
I don't
Nancy
think he
Grace,
did
all
this
that
and
other
his
shit.
employees
She's
did
a
this
fucking
under the guise
plant.
of, they're moving
she's a
drugs, they're
fucking
moving
liar.
weight. So I didn't
I
feel like
said
that,
what
but
I
I'm
said.
glad he got charged with something.
Yeah.
And they had
Sarah, what is going on is that Tisa is trying to report while making mistake. She's trying to report on what's going on, and Ratchet TV is screaming because he thinks that she is a plant. Oh, are we talking about vampire now? My bad. Okay, wrong conversation.
the receipts for what they charged
said
you with.
what I said.
And like I said, this is going to set a precedent. Okay? This is going to shake up the industry. This is going to wake people up to let people know you cannot go around abusing people. You cannot go around taking people's talents, taking their God-given gifts, chewing them up and spitting them out. So this is going to be a wake-up call because this is bigger than Diddy. We are talking about a demonic industry. Everything from Hollywood actors to the modeling industry, the Abercrombie bitch folks, yes, Harvey Weinstein, and now hip-hop is getting a taste, okay? And you gotta ask yourself.
Y'all see how she's an OG?
Okay, we gotta talk about character. This is a man that was popular. A lot of people fuck with him. But where are these people today? See, when you
Yo, I am admiring how they're trying to remain professional. I will be cursing that dude out.
get in trouble, you find out who's really there for you. Why was nobody there to support him outside of attention? Kanye, who came to promote his song.
Never wavered away from our opinions. We stuck to the facts. We stuck to the facts.
Outside of Kanye, who else came up here to support Diddy? Ask yourself that.
Yeah, we having a party tonight, baby.
When I can watch an interview of these grown men, day 26, breaking down, crying,
you coming to the Diddy party
years later, all of
Ratchet knows what he's doing, like when Donut went after Gene Deal. Everyone know what they're doing.
I mean, we're just
I'm going.
all
baby
these
oil
men were
everywhere.
crying to that
I'm
something
gonna give me a bottle of
sinister
baby
was
oil
going
right
on
now.
at Bad Boy. Okay? So
I'm
we're
gonna
not
give
just
me
gonna
baby
knock
oil.
that and throw that out the window.
I'm
Like I
getting
get
some baby
everybody's
oil.
point where
Let's
they're like, oh,
go.
they're trying to take on a black man and this and that. I get
I'm
that.
finna
But
piss
at what point are we gonna hold our
y'all
own
knew I was
accountable?
finna come out here talking
We have
that
to be able to
shit.
hold
It's a
our own
party
accountable.
tonight,
You just
baby.
can't treat people
It's
any
a
type of
party.
way and then think you can get away with it. And
It's
the thing
a
is, he
party
knew
out
what he
here,
was
y'all.
doing was wrong because guess what? When he was on the Breakfast Club, he said that he would not allow his twins to
Look,
date older
everybody
men.
had to was doing all
He
that
would not
lying.
allow. So
They
if you're
left.
willing to protect your own
Hiding in the
daughters,
corner.
why are
Didn't
you
I tell
not
y'all she was
treating
gonna be
other
somewhere
men's
hiding in the
daughters
corner?
as if they're your own?
BBL
Why are you out
Granny.
here,
Okay, so
Granny.
Chad, let me know,
whatever
was I
you doing
wrong
to
for doing
Cassie?
that?
And like
If
I said,
I was
I give Cassie
wrong,
grace 'cause
drop
she
the
was
cap,
young. She
because
got
I'm
it when
just
she
full
was
of
young.
shit.
Jane
If
Doe
I
don't
was
get
right
that
for
much
doing
grace.
that, drop the
Jane
gems.
Doe, I'm sorry.
Let me know
You
was
are
I wrong
wrong.
for doing that, y'all. If I was
Jane Doe
wrong,
knew
drop
she
the
was wrong.
caps.
She been selling
If
the
I was
cat.
completely
Let's
right
start
for
there.
doing that, drop
You
the
know what I
gems.
mean?
Was I
But
wrong for
Jane
that,
Doe
y'all?
was, and I
Or
think
should I have
that's
just
why
kept
they
my
ended up
mouth
not
closed?
finding it guilty on that
She
one.
gonna try
Because you
to
think Jane
sway
Doe-
everybody
Yes,
talking about
testimony.
he's over
You
here
think so?
Because
attacking a
after a
black
while it was
woman. Girl, you just
helping,
attacked a
everybody
black
knew
man
her
for 8
more
weeks.
on the jury. If they
You just
even
attacked
followed
the black
a little
man
bit
for 8
long or did a
weeks.
quick research.
Right.
That's an
What you
interesting
talking
theory.
about?
I think that's why they lost
interesting
their
theory.
account books because of Jane Doe.
But
And
what
then
about
after
the
a
Cassie
Talking
while,
about,
being
I'm
lost?
broke.
The sex trafficking
Girl,
on
you just
Cassie.
proved my point.
that
You
was
hate
interesting.
black men.
You know what I mean? We
That's
can't
all
win
this
them
is
all.
about.
Thank
can't
you,
win 'em all.
Melissa.
You have to
You're
get
the
it
together. You
best.
got
True.
cheated
Thank
I
you.
still think that this is still going to set a precedent.
And
You know,
I hope
granted
it
it wasn't
does.
the RICO,
Daddy
but I
would've got some
think
milk
it
and
does.
never
It's going
came
to have
home.
to force people to move smarter
Now you
in
got
this industry.
resentment.
And another thing, let me talk about this real
now
quick.
you got resentment.
I also want a lot of
Now
young
you
girls
got resentment.
on social media to understand
Nah, people
everything
gotta
that
stand on
glitters
it, bro.
is not gold. A lot of y'all look at stuff and y'all see these Instagram, you know, personas and their lifestyle and these trips and these bags and these shoes. Okay, understand that they're only showing you a highlight.
Yeah.
So I really hope that people take from this case, not just the salaciousness, not just the sexual exploits, not just the baby oil, but understand that everything that glitters is not gold.
How do they do it? I would not be able to do it. I'm so sorry. I would not be able to do it. I would just be like, I would just be cursing him out. I'll be arguing.
Yeah, everybody thought Daphne, you know what I'm saying, like the whatever.
From Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Doing
her thing.
Yeah. And Velma too.
Yeah.
And Scrappy and yeah.
I look at it, it's like, damn, that's where all that came from.
Exactly.
That's how you got your
Yeah.
bitches.
You see Barbie, Scooby-Doo, Daphne, Velma, Wendy, all of them doing the thing, but it is everything that you see is not gold. Mama, let me just ask you one more question. Could you bring up a very
She's like,
Diddy has a
Thirsty for views.
idiots broke Dusty. Let's get
Why don't you tell the people about that Rico you promised them? With that dry ass wig. Tell them about that Rico you promised.
Oh my God. With that giant wig. He's so annoying. Let her hair alone. Leave her hair alone. Oh my God. Yeah, the Rico that she promised. Listen. Hello, District Kid. I have no idea why he promised a Rico. Madgie doesn't know. Madgie does not understand. Like she's in there listening. She's so tired. Like she's really dancing. I'm so dead.
Married.
You bullied his family. You bullied Diddy's entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
So listen, let's get back into what happened with the prosecution.
Let's get back into it because you're a liar.
Let's get
Why don't you tell the people about that Rico you promised them? With that dry ass wig. Tell them about that Rico.
Oh my God. Listen, I was convinced he was going to get the Rico. I was so convinced. I hope she didn't really promise them that for sure they're going to get Rico because that's not good. But yo, I was convinced he was going to get Rico. I was 100% convinced. I didn't give a shit about watching the trial. I was like, he's going to get Rico. Who give a damn? My bad. I am sorry. Clearly, I do not have the power of, seeing into the future because what the fuck? No, like she's really dancing. That is the cutest shit I've ever seen in my life, and nobody can tell me any different.
Rico, you promised.
Let's get what happened.
Tell them about that Rico you promised them, Tisa.
Let's get what.
Tell them about that Rico you promised them, Tisa.
Turn it up. I love this song.
Exactly.
What in the Diddy
You gotta do that. You sweating.
I do what it is going
She's
on.
scrambling and scraping, baby. Bad boy is back.
Oh my God.
Anyway, listen. So listen.
Bad boy is back, Tisa.
Mark Agnefilia wanted a.
Oh my God, he's really using the. I like it when you scramble and scrape, baby, daddy. I like it when you do this and you do that, and then you just see Fabulous Mouth just. At least sing a song, okay? Like, I'll be missing you. Listen, if they decide to press charge for him at the state level for DV, then he will do what he needs to do. But at the moment, he needs to celebrate. Like he needs to celebrate all through the night. And she's dancing. Like he didn't need to do the scrapping and scramble, baby. Like, no.
No, she got to stand on the line, she told.
Bad. Listen. So anyway, right? Government opposed the application for bail.
Diddy coming home, baby.
She stood up there, Marie Coney said the person is found guilty.
Them lies
clear and convincing evidence, right?
Again,
they said it does not matter whether he is a flight
What are you talking
risk.
about?
We need to look at the seriousness.
Facts, Tisa. You
There
lied
is
in that
a
courtroom.
reason.
You
There
lied
is a reason
outside
why
the
he is
courtroom.
being
You
held in
lied
jail.
on Diddy.
Okay?
You lied on his
They said
family.
that
You promised
he
him a RICO and it
hired
never
people.
happened. You're
He
done.
did first
You're
labor,
fucking
right?
cooked.
There was physical abuse,
You federal
right? He said it was
agent.
prolific.
She's not a genie. Hello, Fly High. I'm clearly not coming on at 6:30. I need to move that to tomorrow. She's not a genie. She's not the genie in the bottle, baby. She gonna promise a Rico. I just think she thought, like most of us, that he was gonna get Rico. I was so convinced the man was gonna get Rico. Man, I still can't believe it, man. Yo, she's dancing in front of bad energy. She's like la 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 la. It's kind of funny.
Distribution of drugs, which, by the way, Diddy literally said yes to. They said that they're going to push for 20 years in jail, the maximum. Now there is a chance that Diddy could get probation, but with 2 acts of the man back, he's looking at 20 years in jail. He continued, even when he knew he was under federal investigation, he continued with a litany of drugs. He knew he was under scrutiny, right? This is horrible assault. Drugs, escorts, freak-off supplies, and it was uncontested by Diddy. They said, given all the evidence, they believe he 100% poses a danger. He is a real risk, and they 100% believe he will continue to commit crimes.
Oh yeah, let's be clear. Tisa had already decided before the end of the trial that Diddy was guilty, but so did I. Okay, so I guess it's not like I ever claimed to be impartial. So yeah, no, I think every single one of the YouTubers, you could tell a little their position, and if their position was shifting or not, depending on what they decided to report on and on the argument that they were saying. Like it depended on your point of view on the trial.
Okay? They said that literally, besides the fact that he was found not guilty of 3 different crimes, right?
Start blocking people.
He actually 100% is a danger to society. And I just want to actually say, okay? I just want to actually say, you look at Diddy's supporters, you look at the sheer level of stupidness and ignorance. And this isn't to all, these are the people out here glazing, obviously don't have real jobs.
Oh my God, Tisa, shut up. He's a YouTuber like you. So yeah, first of all, what I will say that is really biased with her, how she's viewing the verdict, is that she's putting it on the jury a lot, as if the prosecution didn't make any mistake, which doesn't make sense. Clearly, the prosecution fumbled the case. Exactly like in the O.J. Simpson case. Like, she needs to be able to actually see where they fucked up, because they did. They are the reason why Diddy is not being convicted. They fucked up. They put up so many witnesses that didn't help the case at all, and in fact just made the case more susceptible to be lost, which literally is what happened. Like them going on, why did they take as a victim Jane Doe, wink win. I don't know what you heard about me, baby mama. Okay? So yeah, it's hard to remove the human bias, but baby, don't put up the girl that was still his girlfriend right up to the moment that he was going to jail, because she clearly didn't make it look like it was sex trafficking. Like, it didn't look like that. And Mia, they did it and there is a lot of their witnesses that they actually did not even interview. Like, that's they fumbled the case. Okay. Now, did the human are biased? We are all biased because we're human. So the jury, depending on what they already thought at the core of themselves, if you don't show them the most airtight of case, If they're not leaning towards him being guilty, they're just going to find him not guilty, because you have to be convinced without any reasonable doubt. And like I said, they really fumbled the case. Like, they fumbled it. So for her to blame it all on the juror, I'm just like, come on, girl.
Or maybe they are content creators. You could say that about me, that were literally trying to glaze and see what they could get. Again, hear me out, right? Anybody that was notable, anybody that was respectable, anybody that was anything, they refused to actually be. I'm out in the courthouse. It is pandemonium. I would have showed y'all what was going on, but I didn't want to give the Glazers any content, any whatever. So I said, I'm going to keep the camera on myself because that's what y'all came to see. But it's pandemonium out here. My point of the matter is, right, and it's about...
Yeah, exactly. That case is extremely triggering for a victim. It just makes it seem like there is no justice. But there is no justice because literally the prosecution fumbled the bag. It's like with the O.J. Simpson case. Like, they literally fumbled the bag. They let him try on the glove. And if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Like, it's a lot.
85 degrees and humid. And I got this jacket on, baby. I'm out here working for y'all. I want to give a thank you for everybody that gave a super chat. That there are people emboldened.
You know, when I look in the mirror, I'm satisfied with what I see. I'm pleased with it. Sometimes I just sit there and I look at my face and I look at the scars on it and I think about everything that put them there. And I'm so...
Okay, now let's listen a little to Jaggy.
The many victims and
that there are people emboldened.
Trial is not a fashion show. The Diddy trial is not America's Top Model. Newsflash, the Diddy trial is about getting justice, all of the many victims.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Armand has come out to say that he was sorry, that he was not a pro Diddy, that it was a bit, which it was. Like I said, it's like everyone that knows him, it's like more oil, more oil. But yeah, it was really insensitive while being kind of hilarious. Because if you know him, of course.
Survivors of late and still here, getting the justice they deserve. If I hear another YouTuber that looks like a character from Lord of the Rings or has the name of a character from a comic book, if I hear another one of these unfortunate souls have another thing to say about my appearance or lack thereof in their opinion, I just want to let you know from me, just go watch Tisa. Like, if that's what this is about, gossip and him.
No, like I said, my reaction was a mix of, oh my God, and also, lol, what the fuck? More oil, more oil. Like I said, so insensitive, but so hilarious. Like, it was just so funny. But yeah, this is Hello Rye. We are listening to Jag. And I put up the thing about, the thing that what's his name? Ratchet TV put on, I like, as his emblem type of. Yo, exactly. You just look crazy because you're like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's a really complicated feeling.
Me down fashions. I don't know. See, God says, come as you are. I take it literally. I literally come as I am. You want to know why there's no makeup? Because there's nothing wrong with my face. And I have nothing to hide. I walk outside with cocoa butter on my face. Or shea butter. Maybe some beeswax, lip gloss. I don't know. Gee, as far as I'm concerned, I don't need the help. When I look in the mirror, I'm satisfied with what I see.
Oh my God. Jag, I do need her to talk about why she suspect, Tisa of being a fed and not talking about, I don't wear makeup. I'm gorgeous. I'm hot. I'm really, really hot. I just need to look up on her. Tisa got exposed by Queen Amadaya for being a colorist of a hater of darker Black woman. We shall see. Like, she called them the poor unfortunate soul. I'm just like, those poor unfortunate souls. Like, yo.
Pleased with it. Sometimes I just sit there and I look at my face and I look at the scars on it and I think about everything that put them there. And I'm so grateful for my face. I ain't got nothing to hide. I've worn makeup less than probably any woman in my field ever. I wasn't selling a face. I was sharing my gift. It wasn't supposed to be about me or my appearance or the designer that I had on my back or how long my feet ached after I got off stage because I'm wearing some ridiculous contraption that
I
somebody
don't know
that
why
hates
she's
my
whispering,
kind of
Maria.
people designed just to keep us on our toes, literally, at all times. People mad at me because I like my walking shoes. Yeah, I do. I love them. They're great for my back. At my age, posture and stride is important. Mess around and end up pulling something for absolutely no reason at all. See, I care about my physicality. You want to know what else I love about my walking shoes? These holes slide off in milliseconds. I can get busy whenever I need to. No shoes.
What do you mean you can get busy? If you need to run away, you need running shoes. That's why they're called running shoes. You do not run well with sandals. She's freaking you out. Listen, we're going to wait and see if she talks about her, and then we're going to go to, Ratchet TV.
Shoelaces required. No, hold up. Let me bend over and slide this hole off before I snap my ankle and I can't even defend myself. I don't understand why these chicks like walking around in ankle breakers. Get some Jordans. Try a layup. You'll accomplish the same thing. I just don't get it, Oh, thank you, Cheyenne. Thank you, Lauren. Like, real rap, come as you are. Come as you are. You can. If you like what you see. See, when I look in the mirror, I'm not looking to see how many wrinkles I developed overnight. I'm looking to see if there's wisdom in my eyes. Am I ready to stand down on everything
Is there
that
wisdom in
needs?
my
That's what I'm
eyes?
focused on.
How do you know? How do you know if there is wisdom in your eyes? Mirror, mirror on the wall, is my eyes full of wisdom? Like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? I want to see the wisdom in my eyes.
I'm not focused on a fashion show. Not at all. Just focused on being me. You were never competition. I've only been in competition with myself. It's always been that way. It wasn't just security that I showed up with or the driver. No, it was also a film crew. There were cameras, my cameras, present. And y'all don't have our footage. And you won't get it until it's time. So go on ahead, sit there at the courthouse and wait in line all day, sit around and listen to a bunch of, evidence you could have watched on TV. Y'all ain't there because you're hearing anything special. You're there because you know you're
Maria,
there for a reason.
Maria,
You
it is the
sway
age of
public opinion.
Aquarius.
See, I got almost every last one of you YouTubers pegged. And the truth is, the prosecutor should file a motion to have every YouTuber thrown out of the courtroom, period. I don't think it's appropriate for YouTubers to have access.
Well, clearly her contact with the secret services and Trump and whatever the fuck kind of lies she likes to say, clearly did not make the YouTuber leave the court. Okay, the court, they stayed there. What the fuck? Yo, it's the fucking age of Aquarius. You have to be doing better than that. Okay, guys?
To the courtroom as someone who has a YouTube platform, and I know the gravitas that comes along with the ability to ride algorithms and affect mass media to the point where lies are being published on Google as truth. And I know that for
I think most people are not even talking about Jag anymore. I think she's kind of boring now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just hope don't say that. Listen to her talking. Look at the wisdom in my eyes. Look at the wisdom in my eyes, okay? Thank you.
fact, because it's happened to me in the past 6 months. Thanks, Harvey TMZ. Goddamn right I declined. No, I ain't do no interview with you. I said no 3 times. What I need your camera for? I came with my own. Had my own mic too. If it's good enough to say on your platform, it's definitely good enough to say on Jaguar Wright, Unfiltered TV show. See, y'all was there doing your little uploads. I'm actually that's actually a part of my pilot. Imagine thinking so small.
Because someday she will come back as the queen of the sector. She's just doing nothing. People are like, do something. Do something. It's boring.
I didn't come there for cookies and cakes. I came there for the pie. I didn't come for Twinkies. I came for the award-winning recipe. I don't know who y'all think I am. You kidding me? But I think you guys are gonna really love seeing that moment that I had with the prosecutor before she went in. Opening day. Ain't nobody really got that. We got that. My cameras to be announced. Yo.
Well, that magical hug clearly did not help the prosecution have a better case. They were so busy piling on, piling on, piling on. Damn it. Listen, I don't know what is the relation between Danielle and Jag, because Danielle is living near Solar. It's weird. And she never talks about Solar. So, yeah.
Oh, like imagine being so short-sighted that you actually think.
Yo. Question, guys. What was I going to say? I don't watch Danny. Does she ever talk about the lawsuit when she's talking shit about me? Like, why is she not talking about the lawsuit that she dismissed and paid $1,000 for?
People, why they
Hello,
sitting here
Sarah.
gasping
Lucky
for
me.
views. Imagine that. I'm filming a pilot. They're gasping for views. And I'm worried about them. Worried about what? Bunch of cyber stalkers working on AdSense. Like, are you kidding me? You know, it's interesting. That's all. It's interesting
She
what passes
is
for
such
reality these
a
days.
loser.
Don't matter how stupid it is. It works somehow. People gonna do whatever they want to do. And who am I to stop them? People gonna say whatever they want to say. Who am I to stop them? Free will. We all got a choice. We can be.
That was a really bad idea. She gave me her name without me asking for it. I'm like, oh, thank you. Now she's trying to suppress her own mistake. What the fuck, man? Who asked you to create a whole lawsuit with your real name on it?
Intelligent, we can be stupid. You know, we can do whatever we want to do. People do it every day. You can sit on YouTube and just watch hours of wasted life. Bunch of nothing, sitting on nothing, talking about nothing, going nowhere. And I'm supposed to be intimidated by it. Okay, let me give you a rundown. At this point in time in the game, everybody needs to be clear on what they in it for because we going all the way. We here. Everybody knows that this case is just a preamble.
Is the preamble of what? The case is lost. The man may get 2 to 3 years. Damn, that's so stupid. He may get
To the
probation.
mayhem that is about to befall the entire entertainment industry. Ain't no getting around it. God is pissed. And he should be. People are ridiculous.
All she says is that you are a liar, a scammer. Oh my god. Your kitchen is dirty. Oh my god. Oh, Danielle, you're not well. This is so sad and pathetic. I thought you were so proud of your little lawsuit. Did you not tease your lawsuit? Why are you not showing the lawsuit that you dropped 10 days later after paying $1,000 for said lawsuit? Why don't you talk about that?
But hey, opening day. And it's nothing but filth. Second day, filth and terror. Third day, more the same, more the same. And it's wild because like people really They really do see all of this as entertainment.
These losers outside supporting Diddy. Are we going to address the elephant in the room? And the elephant in the room is what actually happened with the jurors. Like, I'm not backtracking nothing. I stand 10.
Oh no, she never mentioned that she lives fucking next to Solar. No. She never talked about carbonation. No, she doesn't talk about the lawsuit. She doesn't talk about anything. No. Anything like one of the thing with Danny is the air of mystery that she has around her. But what would her exactly, it was already exposed by King World. I'm just confirming because she literally is just keep on giving me the information without me asking for it. How are you putting a privacy complaint on my page for the name that you say is not your name? You fucking weird. She's so weird.
Toes on what I said, and the jury was disappointed. And guess who also agrees with me? Judge Aaron. Guess who also agrees with me? Judge Aaron. Guess who also agrees with me?
She says some outlandish shit. Okay, Judge Aaron doesn't agree with you. Okay, he doesn't have the right to agree with you. He agrees with the due process and he agrees with the verdict. Okay. Oh my God. Why is she putting word in the judge? Why is she saying that? That's insane. Listen, since real life interviewed the ex-boyfriend, I'm just like, he was not happy, but we cannot say that because then he looked biased. And then you can request to remove that man. Okay, like you cannot, like, we cannot say that, okay? Obviously. Yo, it's fucking weird that they interviewed Sammy. And then now Jag is saying that Danny is Joshua Ray. I'm like, Jag, really? I don't know if she says that he is Joshua Ray because she wants to protect Danny's identity and put us on a fake, trajectory. Or if she is just that stigmatized by fucking Solar. Solar! Get in the car! He's a singer, Ollie Molly. They all work together. Yeah, it makes it seem like that. It's weird as hell. So yeah, and then her Joshua Ray bullshit. I'm like, her name is Danielle and you know it.
Thinking person, but it's weird to me that these glazers have made this trial about everything but Diddy. Now I'm the issue. They have focused more on me and stopping me than actually talking about the heart of what the matter is. Instead of focusing on the actual facts, which is a lunatic, the video, the abuse, anything. Yeah, I know now in 2025, it's cool to be like, oh my God, it's just a little DV. I pray to God you're never involved in just a little DV.
Again, that's another lie. Okay, that's another misdirection. Are you crazy? Back in the day in 1960, it was still okay to do, marital SA. So, no. Okay, like, no. Let's calm down, please.
I pray nobody.
Okay, like, we are way better than back in the days. It's fucking depressing. And the contrary is depressing in 2025 that this happened. But the prosecution made a better case for DV than for SEX teleporting. Like, that is just a fact. They made a better case for DV than they ever did for SEX teleporting, especially since they decided to put Jane on the stand. Like Jane looks like
you love is involved in just a little DV. I pray that nobody you love is ever roofied or forced to take pills, and then you like, well, why didn't you do anything? I pray to God that never happens to you, right? But instead of focusing on the real issues, which is a monster, and this is an analogy for, like, I guess it's just being a black woman. Literally, they are, instead of focusing on the actual issues and the fact, and this was
a black woman. Jane is not black. Cassie is more Filipino than she is black. Okay, just to because like, let's not go with that, please. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, the actual black person here is Diddy. Please, okay, like, exactly. Cassie is not, like, she may have some African American, but she's mostly Filipino. I need her to fucking calm down with that. Let's not play those games, okay?
throughout the trial, they were looking for someone to be a scapegoat. Because maybe their minds couldn't keep up with what was going on in trial. Maybe the Diddy payout was giving them their best fare home. I don't know.
Okay, like she was there during the whole trial. She has to know that the beginning, the prosecution was pretty good. Like, the prosecution was pretty good. But then after that, you know, they let it go, man. Like, they put on the stage, first of all, Jane, like I said, should have never gone for the SEX teleporting. That was never gonna happen. First of all, she was 35 when he met her. So it's not like Cassie, where Cassie was signed to a deal for 10 album when she was 19 years old, and then never like produced one album only. Like, this is not the same. Why in the name of, like, Jane? That was weird as fuck. At least just put up the you know, the men act, not the. Yeah, because I think they just assume people were gonna be assuming thing, and I'm like, no. No. I don't think they made up their opinion even before stepping in that court. But we have to understand that they were clearly more in the middle. That's why they were juror. So they needed to be convinced, because that is what is fair and law. But like I said, for me, I'm like, the prosecution fumbled the bag. And then after that, human bias naturally finished the job.
Right? Or maybe this is a microcosm of what women go through and black women go through in America. And it is another just form of abuse. But baby,
old media, who Tisa is really trying to go work for Fox and Nancy Grace and see.
So that now is Ratchet TV talking, okay?
And she's gonna leave. Look, my black people, you think that woman cares about you? You're sadly mistaken. That woman don't give a damn about none of y'all. She's gonna leave and go dip off and go be a newscaster somewhere. She looking for a job. She looking for a federal job. She trying to get hired by somebody. She don't give a damn about none of this stuff. She don't give a damn about the black community. She don't give a damn about none of us. And she made it very clear, which I'm gonna bring up that later on. So when I was out, I'm gonna get to every.
No, I did not today. We're gonna go check it out.
Piece of this story, because it's some shit y'all missed too that happened off camera with me and Tisa. So I was only targeting the media. It was not just an attack on Tisa and Ratchet is hating and oh my God, he's going after Tisa. No, this was me talking to the whole media. So when you go back and look at the clip, and even if you go look at it from someone else's view, go watch me walk all the way down to the end where all the cameras are. Watch me walk all the way back up and leave. Watch me come back up. Go all the way down there and come back and get right to Tisa and said, Tisa, you need to tell them how you've been lying. Because you're laughing. I see you laughing in the corner when I'm saying certain shit. So, okay, let's just skip all the bull. I don't need to talk to these people. Everybody know what CNN does. Everybody know this is fake news. Everybody know what these people been doing. It's cool. I don't gotta say nothing else to y'all because y'all are gonna get this story anyway. I'm gonna be loud enough so all y'all can hear me. Let's get to you now, since you are in this little fenced off area where the feds gave you a special little spot, and they sending you special little emails, and the federal prosecution was talking to you directly, and they gave you the security. Those were feds that she was with. That's the part no one is understanding. Tisa is a fed. I didn't lie about nothing. I'm giving you facts. That girl is a fucking fed. She is working for the prosecution. They gave her that special security. If I'm lying, drop the caps. Only time.
Like I said, let's be clear. It was weird that she had the whole perimeter around her. She's not news. She is a YouTuber. Like no other YouTuber was like that. It's weird. And even news anchors, like, can you imagine if every news anchor had that little perimeter? Where would people be walking? So I don't know, but we shall see. Hello, Natasha. Let's continue because, like I said, I don't go into conspiracy like that. Well, no, that's not true. I did for Jag, but like, I don't know if she could be a Fed or not. I just know that she's biased and that the information she gives sometimes is not like always right. But let's be clear, Ratchet TV, like he's telling an opinion because she supposedly talked to someone.
Time I started going tit for tat was when she started coming out of her face. I only was saying to her, Tisa, I never cussed, I never disrespected her. I just said, Tisa, you've been telling lies. Why did
Okay, he never disrespected her. Okay. No, like, nah, that point I cannot give it at all. Not at all. Like, how is he not disrespecting her by screaming while she's trying to do her job?
you lie on Diddy's family? Why'd you bully these people? You owe Diddy's family an apology. You owe Diddy an apology now. After all the lies you done told, you don't think you owe these people an apology?
Oh God, now Diddy's family needed an apology. Okay. Oh my God, no. No. We all saw the video of Cassie and everything. Like, no. Okay.
After every bit of false information you've given in this case, matter of fact, and this is what really pushed me to do it. The day before it, Tisa Tells is the first one that went on her platform and said,
hello, Joanne.
Diddy was found guilty of all 5 charges. All 5 counts. Diddy was guilty. Am I lying on that, y'all?
Did she really go and say that? Oh, Tisa. Like I said, like Tisa sometimes gives wrong information and is maybe too like happy, but no. Obviously, I hope she did not do that. Like, that would be so stupid.
Did Tisa Tells not say Diddy was found guilty of all 5 counts at first? Am I lying? I'm gonna wait. Am I lying, y'all? And we only got 300 likes on the screen with 1,400 people in here. Double tap that screen, y'all. Double tap that screen. Give me the 500 likes, man. Double tap that screen.
Okay, hello, Enjoy TV.
Okay, so.
No, she did not say that. Okay, thank God. I was like, why would anyone say that? That's so dumb. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Like, he would need to show the clip because, like, I'm hearing that is not the case, but that would have been stupid as fuck. And like I said, it's because she also revealed, and that we know that's a fact, she revealed the identity of Mia and Jane Doe, and that was already a big mistake. I really hope she didn't do that. That would be so fucking stupid.
We're going to do this by gems, and we're going to do this by caps. If Tisa Tales go on her platform and say Diddy, she was the first one when the verdict allegedly came in the day, not the, I just walked up to her, and I never walked up to her. If you pay attention to it, let's see, I'm like 10 to 15 feet away from Tisa. I was not close.
Like I said, there is a difference between yeah, I know that she doxed. I know that she said the identity of the Jane Doe and Mia. But if she just said, yeah, I believe that he's going to get guilty on all charge, she has the right to believe what she wants. But if she's saying, I've heard from personal source and blah, 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 that would be fucking insane. Okay, that would be insane.
Close to her at all. I never provoked her. I was not attacking a woman. This was not, now she's twisted it in people's minds to make people believe that I was attacking her. Oh, now you're a black woman. You don't even date black men.
Like I said, the burden of proof is not on the people who said that she did not say it, because how can they prove it? It's on the people saying that she said it. If you're saying that she said it, then you need to give a video and a timestamp.
Let's start there. You're not even of the culture. Why don't you tell the people who you really are? It's gonna, now mark my words, all her tea gonna spill out real soon. Listen to what I'm never wrong. Her day is coming. It's not a threat. Let me make that clear. I'm not gonna do nothing to you. I don't want issues with nobody. I'm just saying your tea is gonna spill all over the internet. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that in no threatening manner. So don't start twisting my words, Karen. Don't start twisting my words, Karen. Your tea gonna spill all over the internet soon. And you date YT boys. You date YT.
Is he offended that she dates white men? When I hear black men talk like that, I just want to ask them if they only date black women. Like, who gives a shit about that? Let them F who they want to F. What's the big deal? Oh my God.
YT boys, you do not like black men. Let's start there. All right, so I wasn't targeting a woman. I was targeting the truth, and I wasn't even being disrespectful. So when you go back and listen to it, matter of fact, y'all remember what I said?
It's disrespectful. Okay, he was being disrespectful for the simple fact that he was interrupting her while she was trying to work. So that's disrespectful.
All over the internet, it's going viral everywhere. I got on my platform and I stood my ground on the truth. And all I did was walk up and say, Tisa, why did you start lying on these people? Tisa, why you been lying? Tisa, what? And then she started getting cocky. She called me a broke ass N-word. She called me, said I was dusty.
She did.
Said I was broke. Said I was jealous of her. Said she got more money than me. She said she was going off to be, now she was the one who started being disrespectful. I told you you're a liar, and you told me in return I'm broke. Which, Tisa, if we bring out the receipts.
Well, no. He started being disrespectful. Like, come on, like, what the fuck? But yeah, she did respond at one point, and I admire her how professional she was for as long as she was.
I made more money than you on YouTube, and I can prove it.
Making up things. Oh my God, I heard it on that. Oh my God, she said the N-word.
Dummy, I'm black. Like, what? Right? But let's actually get into this. It's symbolic and it is a metaphor. Instead of one time focusing on the issues, I became the story. There was more dissection, more attention, more, oh my God, did you hear? on my every waking word and breath and whatever, and thank you so much, I see you a fan, than the actual thing of a monster sitting there. Again, it is deflect, it is blame, it is whatever, all right? At the end of the day, we are living in a country where they will turn on anyone that speaks against a powerful man. Powerful women don't get the same whatever. They will turn on anyone, especially a woman, women, people, men that will dare raise their voices and speak on powerful people and speak on a powerful man. And instead of focusing on what the issues were, they spent 7-8 weeks focusing on anything. No, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. Because at the end of the day, they wanted their demon idol held up. Listen, literally, think about it.
Hello,
They made
Dore.
a story focusing, and I'm just going to use myself. I can use other people, but I'm not going to drag them into it because fuck it, I will stand 10 toes down against those Diddy glazers. I'm not going to bring anybody else into it. But let's talk about me. The whole trial, I didn't say one, I didn't talk about anyone. I didn't shade anyone. I didn't care what anybody else was doing because I was in the court every day taking notes and reporting and doing my thing. I didn't give a damn what anybody else's opinion was. I didn't give a, because again, I don't care. Think what you want. I'm going to think on. You obviously over here because, again, I was focused. I was doing what y'all told me to do. And to turn, and I was not on here making things up about other people. I never spoke about anybody on this channel, and I still won't speak about them. Not clock that. But I will say this, and what did they do? They couldn't lash out at the system because the system was too powerful. They couldn't lash out at the system because the system didn't support them. So what did they do? They found the first black woman they could, and they lashed out, and they tried to click up, and they tried to link up, and they tried to do what they do to silence.
Thank you, Tara. You're so nice. Oh my God. Now it has to be about black women also. Oh, she's, man, those people, American. So guys, again, let's go to court. Let's go to court. Let's go to court. Let's go to court. We are at $355 out of 1,000. Woo! Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Farida. Thank you, Andy Burglass. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Luna's Blade. Thank you, Dream Life. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Cookie. Thank you, Sacred Onion. Thank you, Wake Up and Hustle. And thank you, Milady. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You attacked, you did the exact same thing that Diddy did whenever he gets mad, whenever he gets upset, whenever he feels he's not being respected or listened to, and it's Bob the Builder socks. Y'all link up and y'all lashed out at the closest person you could because you weren't strong enough or
you all rock. Make it rain, make it rain. Let's go to court.
Man enough or woman enough. Let's not forget the pygmishas, right? To actually stand 10 toes down and actually focus on the facts. Pick the prosecution.
Or they gonna do, my eyes control my chat. I don't really give a damn what they do. So defense was sloppy. Did I not get on the internet and be like, man, the defense look goofy as hell right now? The prosecution.
It is true. The prosecution was sloppy. I blame the prosecution for what happened.
Cooking their ass. The prosecution is winning this shit. Damn, it ain't looking good for Diddy right now. Did I not say shit like that? I never was biased towards just because I felt my way. I still gave you real facts of the case. When I got out that courtroom and I'm reading you what happened today and I'm reading all my notes, I gave y'all the truth. I was like, damn, bro, Diddy is looking bad right now. I don't know that he could win this. They proven right now it's looking like they can prove what the RICO is by some of the language they saying. The defense look bad right now. And Agnafilo fucked up here. This part they fucking up, man. The defense looking goofy right now. I would tell y'all the truth. Salute to my boy G Money said that explains why her wig parted like that. Raggedy bitch, sue her ass for defamation. Yeah, G Money, thank you for the $50, man. My boy G Money came in and threw up the 50-piece McNugget. Salute to G Money.
I can't. Leave black woman's hair alone. Oh my God. What is, oh my God. Ugh. Oh my God. Yeah, this dude is clearly on Diddy's side. Diddy's family is contacting him, supposedly. I don't know if it's true, but that's what he wrote. And he has a big platform.
Yeah, man. And she looked like Peg Bundy with that big ass wig on. Let's start there. But anyway, what was I on?
No, Tisa is motherfucking gorgeous, okay? She's a gorgeous woman.
She gave up all this damn misinformation in the case, and it just was, I was sick of it. She lied on everything. Oh yeah. This is back to my point. Whenever the defense would have a good moment, and the defense would really have strong points, she never reported this. She act like none of this shit never happened. I'm like, we just came out the same courtroom. How did you have this bit of information? You skipped over all that. And then Tisa was never even in the courtroom. Tisa would get up and leave for hours and come back with all the information. So where was you at? Ask anybody who was there from the content creator side, or if anybody just know this stuff from the public.
So, who believed that's true, that she wasn't in the courtroom taking notes and that someone else was doing the work for her, basically? Wow. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that this could be true. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't.
But there's more content creators who know I'm not lying about this. I was in the courtroom with Tisa on most times that I was in the courtroom. Tisa would get up and walk out the courtroom for hours and come back, and she would even steal my notes.
My job is to actually pay attention. That's why I was out there in the court every day busting my ass. Why I was out there in the court every day busting my ass, and I would not give up a second of it. Listen, I wouldn't give up a second of it.
As you can click, like I said, I did a whole montage, guy. Isn't that nice? So yeah, I wanted both of them to have their turn to talk. So yeah, she's saying that she was always there. So I'm like, it depends on who you believe. It depends on what you believe. Because I don't know, like why. I'm sure she has researchers and everything, but thank you, Plotter. Excellent montage. Thank you.
Because I feel like we built such a community, and I feel like the work is not over. Sadly enough, the work is not over. The work's not over. Sadly enough. However, the fact that now we know, and I feel like it's a wake-up call. I feel like now that we know, you two, like you guys, you two, I feel like now that we know the work's not over, we're going to dig in and we're going to get this work done. We're going to get this work done. Let's get into Diddy's bail hearing. But again, for the people that like in and out and just listening to the bullshit that was on the thing, we know for a fact that Cassie did not want to do at least one freak off, and that was a video of her fleeing mid freak off the Intercontinental Hotel because Diddy has started
sordid seating. What do you mean by sordid seating? Hello, Brandy. Yeah, like I said, either it's little mistake or it's a lot of little mistake compiled and making a big mistake. I really don't know. Thank you, Christine.
beating her in a freak off. Whatever she consented to prior, she said no right then. She fled. He was in the middle of the freak off, that Tootsie Roll swinging with his Bob the Builder socks. For anyone saying he was in the shower, you shower in your socks? I know Diddy beats women in the shower. And let's also not forget, well, maybe Jane said that he came into the shower with his pants on. And
that is DV and that is essay. Hello, Sacred Onion. Again, yeah. Let's go to court. Let's go to court. Let's go to court. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Andy Burglass. Thank you, Farida. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Luna's Blade. Thank you, Dream Life. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Cookie. Thank you, Sacred Onion. Thank you, Wake Up and Hustle. Thank you, Milady.
Beat her silly. Before he dragged her out, made her put makeup on her face, get dressed, and have her freak off. And then to punish her. To punish her. To punish her. And this is why the feds were watching. This is who y'all put on the street. This is what y'all feel good doing. This is what everybody is celebrating.
I don't know who was celebrating. I'm supposed some people were celebrating because he didn't go to prison for, because like I said, the prosecution, the defense was really smart because they didn't try to act as if Diddy was some type of saint, like super nice. And like, no, they said has DV, he has this, he has that, but those are not the charges. That's the point of where they could, win. I felt the prosecution has proven DV and then lost themselves in the sauce. But did they prove SX teleporting? Not sure.
You listen, the jurors, you know what you guys did. And if you didn't, I hope you saw the sheer pandemonium outside the courtroom. The sheer evil that felt vindicated, evil that felt good outside the courtroom. Acting a fool. You guys know what you did. And the judge knows what you did too because he's pissed. All of the weirdo celebrities coming in support. You know Timberland was in the cafeteria to come support.
What the fuck is Timberland doing here? Well, the man did admit to being in love with Aaliyah when she was like 16, so I guess whatever with him. God, Timberland. Timberland, Kanye West, what a roster, man.
Support Diddy? Yeah, whatever happened with Aaliyah? Whatever happened with that R. Kelly stuff? See, again, blood always shows. You watch people long enough and they'll let you know what they actually believe. The judge was pissed at Diddy, right?
Yo, I'm like, what the fuck is Timberland doing there? And yo, I can't deal with that shit. Exactly right. It's like it's the industry. They're around those underage minor, but they lusting after them is another thing. Exactly. What they proved was Diddy transported people across state line for the purpose of SEX. Exactly. And that he is a DV and an abuser and like they proved that, but they didn't prove. Like I said, the RICO, I'm like, they clearly effed up because the RICO should have passed. The SEX teleporting, but the RICO, how did they not get RICO? He had unmarked gun in his house. Like, oh, they fuck up so bad.
Mark Agnafilio talking about when he got violent with Jane, that could have been self-defense. You call all that and force him to do a freak off self-defense? The fact that you are sitting here trying to, and this isn't just Diddy, this is his people.
But because he won by saying, I'm not a SCX teleporter. I'm a disgusting piece of shit who abused my partner. And that's what the judge showed. He's like, no, you're violent. So let's put up until the sentencing. They messed up on purpose? I don't know, but they fucking did, man. How? Where are the guns?
Trying to do Men in Black shit? The fact that all these loser celebrities, and I call them, I don't give a F what billboard you're on. I don't care what show you're on. There's no accent you can sell me. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what award show you hosted. I don't care what party you went to. I don't care how much your MF and shoes, bag, clutch, whatever. You are trash. You are garbage. You are MF and loser, and you lost yourself in the spoils for riches. I don't give a damn I don't care who you know. I don't think who connections. I don't care what show you're going to keep me off of. I don't care what show you're going to put me on. I don't care how much you can give, money you can give me. I don't care how much money you can take away. Nothing will ever cloud my judgment off of who you are and the character that you've shown. And like Cat Williams say,
Agreed.
whoever take it some type of way. Well, baby, you know why you take it some type of way. Whoever feels some type of way, maybe we know why you feel some type of way. Hit dogs are hollering right now at Diddy's thing. So this Men in Black shit that they're doing about, oh, what are you talking about? There was nothing. Yay, welcome home. He's a good man, Savannah. Were you not at the trial? Were you not at the trial? You know, but you was waiting. You was waiting. You was waiting. Again. And then we got that jury with those old, disgusting, the old, disgusting, misogynist jury. Let me.
Oh, God. I don't agree with the whole blaming the jury thing. The jury are normal people. You need to convince them. Why is it that your case was not strong enough to convince them? Why is it that you put on the stand people that without interviewing them? There was a lot of mistake made by the prosecution. That was insane. Now, I think the jury was older and stuff like that. And I'm just like, listen, when they're older, then adapt your case to that older person. You cannot. I just think that it was a really hard case and how they decided to go at it, especially by adding Jane. Like, that was insane. And they didn't prove Rico. They were busy trying to prove SCX teleporting, which was the weakest of the charges. They should have made sure to insist on the Rico and why because how did he get off the Rico? Madgie, Danny is going to talk to your ex coworker. Oh, no way. Can you talk to her mother? Lol. I will not bring other people into that whole situation. But if she wants to, she can knock herself out.
Tell you something. From now on, boomers.
Exactly
no.
right. So
Get
we
them
call
out of
Pierre?
voir dire.
No.
Gen X, get them the hell out of voir dire too. Gen Z, I don't know, because they turning into boomers. You know, from now on, we need to get. From now on, boomers, no, get them out of voir dire. Gen X, get them the hell out of voir dire too.
I hope that's a joke. I hope she's joking. She cannot be saying that we just need to remove everyone from the population from being able to be a juror. You have to adapt your argument to the person in front of you. You don't get to go and make a messy ass. When I say that the prosecution was messy, it's like they just assumed that Rico was going to be obviously proven and just really put their attention on the SCX teleporting. And I'm just like, those charges were stupid in the first place. Why are you not solidifying the Rico? Why? Fuck.
Gen Z, I don't know, because they turning into boomers. You know, from now on, we need to get millennials.
The Gen Z also are problematic. Only us. We are the only one who are impartial. Only our generation of crazy people with anxiety disorder.
Millennials. From now on, millennials are only allowed to be on the jury talking about DVSA, trafficking, anything. They are the most open-minded, the most liberal, and they care about everybody. For now,
I would beg to differ. There are open-minded people in every generation, and there are closed-minded people in every generation. We all suck equally. You have to look at the individual. We all suck. We're all beautifully sucky. Okay?
It's a new thing. Now, I'm not saying all Gen X's, I'm not saying all boomers, I'm not saying all Gen Z's, but at this point, we cannot trust the process. All those, what is it? There was 8 men, most of them old and white. They voted for this. There was an older black woman voted for this. Older Indian man voted for this. 40-something-year-old black women voted for this. Voted for this. Y'all, you know what though? Thank you for showing yourselves. And I'm glad everybody is out here showing their ass. So I know who to stay the F away from. Baby, all money ain't good money. All money is not good money.
Put your little ashy ass hand down. Quit flipping that dry ass wig. And let the people know the truth. And tell them who you really are. You're a fag. I told the truth. That's it.
Hello, MG.
She's a demonic woman. She showed her true colors in that courtroom, like she really believes she's above everybody. This Diddy case got her feeling like she's above and beyond everybody. Right?
Damn. Those people just be throwing insult at one, like saying crazy shit. Like, let's be clear, saying that like the only generation that can deal with those type of things is the millennial is ridiculous. Putting as a bullshit thing that the millennial we're just the best. We're just so open mind. I'm like, there are a bunch of millennial that fucking suck. But like, there he is again talking about the wig. Oh my God.
Right?
Because you weren't strong enough or man enough or woman enough. Let's not forget the pygmishas, right? To actually stand 10 toes down and actually focus on the facts. Pick the prosecution's argument, but you couldn't because the facts weren't on Diddy's side. And they still not. Because guess what? Diddy was denied bail. Yeah, Diddy got a long road ahead of him. And let's also not forget the grouping. You got 2 acts. There is violence that was admitted during the trial by Diddy's team and on closing. And Mark Agnifilio, who was again, I saw him in the elevator. He was talking to other reporters. Listen, I do want to say that. And listen, I'm saying myself because I've talked to a lot of people, and it wasn't just coming from content creators. It was coming from all points. Diddy had people in media. Diddy had people in print. Diddy had people everywhere. The only reason I'm using myself as an example is because I'll stand 10 toes down, and I'll take the MF and heat. But there were a lot of people that came to me and told me what they were going through. And you cannot tell me, sorry, just wanted to get comfortable. You cannot tell me.
But what's funny is that Tisa doesn't seem to realize that she's also doing the same mistake as the prosecution. Mostly talking about DV. The case is not about DV. That's the problem. Yes, the DV is a big thing, and that's why he was denied bail, because he's a violent man. Okay, he's a violent man, so that is taken into consideration. But the fact that he is a DV abuser is what saved him in this trial, because the trial is not about DV. Like, that's why the prosecution effed up, because they were busy trying to prove DV. I'm like, dude, that was not what's about. And the defense, because the defense is fucking good. Like, yo, you can tell that man paid a lot of money for that defense. Like, wow. With their opening statement, they started saying he is a DV abuser, baby oil. Like, they came on top of everything, and they said everything that the prosecution is telling you is DV, is a toxic relationship. But that is not why we're here. And the prosecution was like, bet. And they proved that. They proved DV. Nobody can say that Diddy is not a DV abuser. But why in the name of... That is not what the trial was about. It should have been about RICO. It's insane.
That this wasn't orchestrated. You cannot tell me. To the point of Diddy's team had security waiting at Star Island for his homecoming. Y'all have lost y'all MF in mind. And I want to see what the prosecution does with this. Are they just going to, well, they can't appeal it. Do they have more charges? Like Jamie said, Diddy got a long road ahead of him. Are they going to bring up charges for him in California? I don't know. They let
And the RICO was the slam dunk. They just assumed that obviously the RICO is going to be seen. No! Prove RICO. Stop talking to coming with psychologists to talk about DV and how DV victim act. Oh my God, nobody gives a shit for what you want to prove. That is not important. Like, you want to prove RICO. Why are you talking to me about the psychology, about the victim? Like, that is not because they were because they wanted to prove SCX teleporting. But that was the weakest thing. They should have really focused on the RICO. The RICO was all there. They fumbled the bag. Okay, they fumbled. That is just a fact. In my opinion, Diddy is guilty. Not of SCX teleporting. Even that, I'm just like, you cannot prove that. Okay, but RICO, fuck yes.
Run amok all these years. Are they going to be charges in him in New York? State charges? I know Jane Doe got a case, and Mark Agnifilio admitted what he did, right? You know, Mark Agnifilio in the bail hearing, the judge ripped him apart because he had the nerve to suggest that what he did to Jane, what he admitted to do to Jane, that he was provoked into doing it. This is
because now he's talking about bail. Because and the bail be saying, you will discover that a client is a DV abuser. That does not help with bail. With bail, you have to be squeaky clean. You have to not be, prone to violence. So that's why he is still in prison right now awaiting sentencing, because he is a violent abuser. Yeah, he threw shade because he's like, yeah, you won by proving to the jury that it's DV and that it was not SCX teleporting. But DV will make your client not go out. Like, we cannot, like, he's a risk to the people around him. Like, obviously, he's not going to go out. That's what happened. Okay, that was the only part that the DV came into that was actually, practical for the prosecution. After that, the fact that they brought psychologists for people to sympathize with Cassie, and I'm like, why? They brought Mia. I'm like, why? Re-traumatize, like they re-traumatized that poor woman for what? Like they were so busy trying to prove the SCX teleporting. It was the RICO that was going to put him away for life. They fumbled the RICO? They fumbled the RICO? That's messed up.
Two of these people are celebrating being on the street. That Diddy, because Jane pushed his head into a countertop, right? Which he had no bruise, he had no scratches. So at the end of the day, how hard could your head have gone into the countertop? But
Mark Agnifilio kind of was so high on the victory. Like he was so high on the victory that he kind of forgot that the dude is a violent, like that's how you got him out, is by saying he is a cook. He is this, he is that, but he's not doing that. That's how you convince people. So shut up. Let him do the 1 week in prison and peace. Okay, like obviously. Holy moly, I don't think it was fumble on accident. Why would it not be fumble on accident? Do you think they were bribed in some way? Because I'm just like, yo, like how they went, like me personally, I don't, like I said, I don't really go into conspiracy. I think that they were so convinced that RICO was obvious that they took it for granted And then they really tried to prove the SEX teleporting, because I don't know why they couldn't have 3 charges. It was not cool enough. They needed the SEX teleporting. And because of that, they lost everything. That's stupid as fuck. So yeah, when they go in and Tisa is like, the juror are human. If you're not literally showing them, this is why you have RICO, you need that. No, they try to do that in the closing statement. That's when they kind of realize that, oh yeah, they started really insisting, Ella Tracy, they started really insisting on what the term distribution was. I'm just like, that's not the fucking moment. Instead of showing us a DV specialist, which has no consequence on your fucking case, why are you not bringing an expert on distribution? When I say they really thought, they were way too cocky about the RICO, because the RICO should have been easy peasy cover girl. Hello, Angela. And yes, guys, don't forget, let's go to court. Let's go to court. So yes, we are at $355 out of 1,000. So thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Gail, aka Andy Burglass. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Luna's Blade. Thank you, Dream Life. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Cookie. Thank you, Sacred Onion. Thank you, Wake Up and Hustle. And thank you, Milady.
So because that happened, what did he do? He literally chased her down. She was hiding outside for 2.
Hello, the critic. The feds really messed up the case. I agree. There was so many people that should have been called to testify. More streamlined charge. I believe that Diddy is a dog and a criminal. Exactly. But they failed to prove. I agree, the critic. I agree. Like I said, the whole DV thing, I'm like, of course we're still going to court, Angela. I'm suing her. I know where she lives. I just wanted to laugh. I was like, yo, first I'm going to win yours. And then after that, I'm going after you directly. We can do it on the same day. Like I said, they were way too cocky. Like they were way too cocky. I don't know why they were so cocky about the RICO. How did he get off on the RICO? Oh, no, the RICO part disgusts me, guys. I'm like, I cannot believe he got off on exactly, Polly. No, yo, we're all going. Like everyone that want to join me, we're doing a meet and greet and we're getting drunk every night. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, we are. No, the RICO killed me. When he didn't get RICO, my brain just did the what? Because remember, they already had decided on 4 out of 5 on the first day. So I'm gonna suppose, because they wanted more information on the RICO. Why did they need more information on the RICO? RICO should have been clear as day when they went into the chambers to deliberate. They should have been, RICO is this. RICO is this. No, they were so busy like fighting on the SEX teleporting because that was their obsession. Fucking idiot. They had, like, after the first day, they had already decided he was not guilty of the SEX teleporting. And that's literally how they spent their whole case. That's so stupid. How did they not get RICO? That's insulting. And that's why I don't agree with the Tisa going, it's the juror's fault. We need millennial. No, like, it's fucking stupid what they did. The women were compromised. I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, Cassie and Jane, whatever what you think of them, whatever what you believe, they, like, he got the charges on you know, transporting them for the purpose of sex. If they had did only those 3 charges, RICO, transporting, they don't need to go traumatize them, people looking into them, being like, what did you want? What did you want? What did you want? You wanted something, you wanted something, you wanted something. What a joy. Just talk about the RICO. The RICO puts him away for life. Now the man can get out with probation. And if he goes and make people have enough rage and then being like, yo, they're trying to put an innocent man in prison. If he was a white man, he would have been out. Yo, he could get out with probation. Nah, man.
2 hours. He came back in. He literally savagely kicked her, punched her, beat her down, right? He then went into the shower and slapped her 3 times so hard she fell down, fell down into the tile. He dragged her out.
That is DV. But like I said, because of those actions, that is why he didn't get bail. It's not it doesn't prove that Judge Arun is against what happened or he is against Diddy. It's because he is a credible threat. Okay, critic. I believe that he will get time served with probation. Possible. Like I said, if I was his publicist, if it was me, I would be talking about what's the name of the man? Abercrombie and Fitch. I'll be like, yo, this man was actually flying out people. I will be the blah, 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 blah. Exactly, critic. The DV was fucking irrelevant. He was not charged with DV. That's fucking irrelevant. So now, because they got the 2 things that were easy to prove, oh my God, that is so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. Like I said, if I was his team already filling out the news, oh, black men, black men, black men, black men, black men, black men, black men. Okay, prison. Oh, pressure. You cannot give him 10 years. Are you crazy? It looks like you are trying to put down a strong black man. They fumbled the bag. They fumbled it. He should have gotten RICO without any problem. Now he has transporting people for the purpose of sex as a first-time offender. They made out Cassie out to be the jealous girlfriend because they were trying to prove the sex teleporting. They were obsessed with that. That is the whole point of the trial. Then they were like, oh yeah, RICO. Yeah, RICO. It's like, what the fuck? No, they fumbled the bag, man. I don't blame the jury at all. They fumbled the bag.
And told her to ice her MF in face and to put foundation on her face. And then not only ordered the freak off, but had her go down and let him in. He literally told her, you're going to take this MF pill. She said, I don't want to. You're going to take this MF pill. And this was something that Diddy's team did not contest. Even though people don't know how things work in the court, and I get that, when you do not contest to something, you are basically admitting it when you don't contest to it, okay? He then said, you're going to take this MF pill. You're going to take this MF pill. You're not ruining.
Lady Atisha said Madgie didn't know anything about the Diddy trial. I had to explain to her the Diddy trial and told her, like Abba and Preach, they give excellent resume. I watched a lot of things about the Diddy trial. I just had no interest in the reporting on it. I'm not a reporter. I'm a chiller. I'm a critiker. Okay? So yeah, but now that we're talking about it, of course, I am educated enough to be able to talk about it. Me and Danny, we both went to university. Like, we're both educated. That's why she annoys me by I could feel that she was educated just by how she was doing research. Like, please accord me the same courtesy.
In my MFing night, you better figure it out. You better suck some D. You better F some D. But you ain't ruining my MFing night. You better take this MFing pill. Forced her to take the pills. Forced her to perform on a worker that he had waiting. And then after that, left her in tears because he wanted to punish her. He wanted to punish her. And money changes situation.
Yep. That doesn't prove RICO. They're trying to make people feel emotional. They were busy trying to make people feel emotional. Unfortunately, those people were... Thank you, Christine. Yo, Abba and Preach, we're going to watch their video after to see why the trial completely failed. I'm like I said, I'm so disappointed. When I learned he didn't get RICO, you should have seen my face. No, she's not studying for a PhD, or maybe, yes, who knows? But that's not the information I have. I know she went to university. I know she graduated from, I think, the University of Georgia or something. Not sure. I will need to check. But no, I can tell that she is someone that is educated. She should accord me the same. Like, the fuck?
Situation. Everybody that's come out and supported Diddy.
The critic, I will not argue on that. I don't agree in the while it concerns Cassie because she was so young, but Jane is a complicated affair. But at the same time, like I said, it's complicated. It's all complicated. I don't want to do like the moral judgment. That's why I'm just like, yo, that case was so straightforward, but they really tried to make it seem like it was something emotional, like you're supposed to feel sad and cry. When it's not about DV, that is for a DV case. What's the point? Because like I said, it's very complicated. There is that aspect of wanting the man to take care of you, like to have a certain lifestyle. They want a certain lifestyle. But is it okay for this lifestyle that someone inflict that on you? And then that person becomes your everything. It becomes your world. And that is a weird feeling to have the person become your world. But this was not the point. This was not the point at all. That's stupid. Okay? RICO should have been proven without any problem. The man had guns that were unmarked in his house. The man had a collection of substances in his house. What the fuck happened? What happened? Insanity, madness.
Famous or not, look at them, side eye, remember, smile on their faces. But if you know them personally, keep them far away from you. Money is
right. The family kind of forgot, unfortunately. Like his family, unfortunately, kind of forgot that the DV part that saved him during the trial, because the trial was not about DV, that is not going to save him for the bail hearing. The fuck? He's still a danger to society. Like, he's still a freaking danger to society. That's insane.
the root of all evil, and that root has taken hold in their hearts, right? Listen, let's do, Jamie said Diddy has a long road. He still has Cali, Miami that might charge, and all of the people rewrite history. Because on the eve of Diddy being found guilty,
I wouldn't do that if I was the government. That looks like persecution. I wouldn't do it. It looks like persecution of a black man. Like, oh, you couldn't get him, so you need to get him. Absolutely. Like, as if he's the only freak. People are gonna start, like I said, like people are already going with the, it's not because you're a freak that you have a RICO, when in reality he should have had the RICO, but whatever. So yeah, no, I wouldn't do it if I was them, except if they're petty as fuck, they can do it, I suppose, but that is just gonna be, it's gonna make racial tension more problematic. They cannot be literally doing that on black men, like especially after such a big trial. Like, uh,
only on 2 charges, and it looks like he will get at least, according to Judge Aaron, because he's in charge of sentencing, it looks like he's going to get at least 5 years. He might even get 10. As a matter of fact, they cannot.
Oh, Tisa, shut the fuck up. I'm so sorry. Oh, no. According to Judge Aaron, don't say that. Okay, like no, don't say that. Okay, like no, that is not true. Okay, that is not true. That is not true. Most of the people that are first offender of those type of crime get probation. Because of the seriousness of what he did, he may get 2 to 5 years. If he gets more than that, they may get blood in the street. Okay. So no. For the crime that he committed, first of all, George would not say that because obviously he is supposed to be impartial. He is the judge. The sentencing is in a week. He's not supposed to be already make up his mind. Yes, he can get 10 years, and yes, the prosecution is going to try to get the 20 years, but whew. No. No. Let's not put word into Judge Aaron's mouth. That is like, come on, man. If they give him 10 years, I would look at them like they're crazy. Like, sincerely, because it's not about what they deserve, it's about the law. Hello, Nectaria. Like, I would say that if it is like, for me, the maximum that they can justify with the sentence as a first time offender, 5 years. 5 years, and I think 5 years is pushing it. Likes up. Like the video, like the video. No. That would look so bad. That's why I don't like being, I would never want to be a lawyer. That's why I didn't want to be a lawyer. Okay, because like, it's not about what is fair, it's about what is in the book. It's about what you can justify. No, man, if they give him 20 years for that shit.
Appeal his sentencing as long as Judge Aaron doesn't go over 20 years. So Judge Aaron can go up to 20 years legally, and they can't appeal. And I think that's a beautiful thing. We'll see what the prosecution's next move is. But baby, I think that's a beautiful thing. And you know what? I do also want to say this. I know there's a lot of negativity surrounding.
What are you talking about, Tanika? Shut it down, Madgie. They gotta respect the owl. What do you mean? What is going on in the chat? Please calm the fuck down. If you want to like the video to help me, please do so. Thank you, guys. What is going on, guys?
Diddy, but I don't see the negativity. I don't see the negativity. I know that, like, when it comes, you know, I know that when it comes to everything that Cassie and them suffered, and that's very sad, you know. But I keep going back to what Douglas Wigdor said, and I was talking to
Me personally, what I find super sad, and it may be weird, what I find super sad. What I find super sad is that the prosecution, instead of focusing on the RICO, decided to invent out of their fucking ass SEX teleporting bullshit. And to prove that bullshit, they decided to traumatize every victim. Mia, I am so scared for Mia. I'm so scared of what is going to happen to her. I am so scared of how she's going to react to that whole thing, how she must be triggered by the fact that people were mocking her, that she didn't look like a solid thing, just because of what? What was the point of her fucking shit? So they did all of that, traumatize all the victim, making them having all their life be literally discussed. Like, why? Because of sex trafficking, of teleporting, a thing that was never going to be proven, because what the fuck are you even talking about? They didn't concentrate on the RICO. No, let's go and talk about why you need to have more compassion for DV victim. This is not a DV case. Like, this is traumatizing. I keep on thinking about Mia, and I'm like, people don't believe that she was essayed. Everyone know who the fuck she is. She has been doxxed. Like, it's terrible. What if she tell herself, like, you can clearly see by her answers that she is at the beginning of her therapy. She is extremely insecure. So it's just like, so you put her through that for what? For what? To not even make sure that you have your... No, there is 118 people watching. Okay? But yeah, no. That for me, I'm just like, so you traumatize this victim for what? To fumble the bag? They didn't prove RICO. Like, this is insulting. Okay, like me thinking about the fact they didn't prove RICO is just, I'm like, you brought a DV specialist, but you didn't bring someone to make sure that the jury understand what distribution means. No, you need to do that in your closing statement. Insanity, madness.
My friend Al in the courtroom, he had a good thing about the way that, like, it's like when they tried to take down anything, any criminal organization, any mafia, right? When they tried to take them down, you hit it once, you hit it twice, you hit 3, 4 times. It was an inch forward. It was an inch forward. And you know what? Like most things would change, that inch forward does not come without sacrifice. It doesn't come without blood. It doesn't come without humiliation or embarrassment. And unfortunately, come on now, we know this from the civil rights. I'm black, I'm sure other cultures, women's suffrage movement, indigenous rights, come on now, Asian American rights, Latino rights. The power does not give an inch without you fighting it and wrestling it from their bloody fingers. So we got our inch. And the people on the front line, unfortunately, the victims that testified, they were the ones that took the wounding. They were the ones. But we got that inch. And from that inch, we move on. The work doesn't stop. I'm to the Diddy homecoming celebration, even though you're going to have to wait because it don't look like he's coming home that much. To the Diddy homecoming celebration, even though you're going to have to wait because it don't look like he's coming home that much. You can look to all of that and see how they feel. They don't feel ashamed. They don't feel anything. They think they did the bidding because at the end of the day, we live in a time where people don't care about anything as long as if they can get a few pieces of gold, if they can get into that party, if they can get that connection, if they can feel like they are moving on up, they will gladly sell out everybody they can so they can get a few pieces of gold.
It pisses me off so much when I think about the RICO, because I'm like, they literally gave immunity to the hotel staff so that he could get them on bribery, but they didn't make sure that they understood what RICO was. Like, I'm so pissed off. I'm like, you have bribery, you have substances, you have guns, but no. Let's talk about ethic. I can't.
Again, for all these casual watchers, and when I say casual watchers, I'm not degrading anyone. I know how it is. My job is to follow mess. Y'all got jobs, kids, men, women, whatever. Y'all have things and people to do.
And they're going to go after Jay-Z eventually. Jay-Z's going to get this eventually. This ain't over for Diddy. And they're going to come after everybody who has any influence to $1 or some $billion, or I can't remember the exact number. $200 billion or something they worth. I can't remember the exact number. So they owe Diddy $2 billion, and this RICO is a setup for them not to.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that Diageo situation. Is Diddy being set up because of Diageo? Maybe. I don't know. But I believe that the man should have clearly gone down for RICO, my personal opinion. And I think it is a disgrace that they fumbled the bag like that. But I know that there is a lot of conspiracy about Diageo, and that they were so excited about putting Diddy in jail because they thought they wouldn't be able to pay him. But now I'm like, well, now you have to pay him, even though you would do maybe 5 years in jail. They still have to pay him. So for that, I shall be happy.
Be able to pay Diddy, but just know that Diddy is owed $2 billion by Diageo. He's still owed $2 billion from Diageo, and they don't want to pay him. So they're going to try to unalive Diddy sooner or later. Diddy wants to get the fuck out of this situation as quick as he can so he can protect himself. Rightfully so, though. Now, Diddy's guilty of a lot of shit. Diddy could have gotten arrested for a lot of shit. They just chose the wrong things. And my point for the...
All right, there was a lot of rumor. What happened to liquid substance being in the Ciroc battle? Yo, they were supposed to have some type of substances in the baby oil. No, they're not going to the government at all. He was not convicted of RICO. Transporting for the purpose of SEX doesn't give the government the right to have your money.
Cassie commentary is they were trying to use Cassie and to build a RICO, and that what he did to Cassie ain't a RICO. The feds did the sloppiest work that they could do.
No, they're not getting any money. They fumbled the bag as... Okay, but no, they're getting no money. Like, whether it's like transporting for the purpose of SEX, like he's getting nothing, okay? Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets probation. He didn't prove RICO. They're not taking his money. His money is fine and secure and beautiful. And no, Cassie story is not enough to prove the RICO. There is so much more. Why did they focus so much on the SEX teleporting? I can deal with that.
The feds did the sloppiest work they can do, and I told y'all the feds have been getting cooked by a lot of rappers, bro. Oops. The feds been getting cooked by a lot of rappers, bro. By a lot of rappers. Hold on, who just dropped me a super chat? Salute to Slow Down Son, you killing him. Free Diddy. Salute to October Babe, I appreciate you for that $5. Salute. Thank you to all the new people. See, I'm not making, I just couldn't remember the exact number. After 15 something, I didn't remember the number, but look, Diageo is worth a lot of money. They owe Diddy $2 billion, bro. That's what this is about. And I've been saying that this was all about Diageo. Diageo owes Diddy $2 billion right now.
And all the money is his for the taking. All his money is intact. He is good. Like, he won. He fucking won. He won. I disagree. About Ratchet, I'm kind of confused. What do you disagree on? Diddy was recording all his party. That's absolutely possible, but the Fed supposedly didn't find any of those videos. All they have were the videos of Cassie.
And they're gonna get and he's trying to get his money. Calling someone a liar in a court case when this is paperwork and you can prove this is not disrespectful. If I was out here lying and someone walked up to me and called me out for the lies I told, look, I got on here and said, I have the leaked verdict. Here's the verdict, y'all. If it would have came back Diddy was guilty of all 5 counts, wouldn't everyone would have called me a liar? That's not disrespectful. That means I got on my platform and fucking lied and got called out for it. Salute Paul for the $10. Thank you, Paul.
Okay, fine. People could call you a liar, but maybe that's not the base thing to be screaming at Tisa while she's working. But anyhow, I'm just like...
So I got on here yesterday and said, I have the leaked verdict, y'all. I know the verdict. The verdict ain't even out yet, but I know it. Here's the verdict. Here's what's gonna happen, y'all. If I made 117, guilty of all 5 counts. I was wrong. When you got over there and just tell them like, y'all, we was wrong. So Diddy ain't facing 20 years. These charges, 99%. This is what's gonna happen. 99%, unless they do some bullshit. Those charges run concurrent together.
Yeah, it's transporting for the purpose of SCX. It's not nothing, but it's not RICO. It's not SCX teleporting. That's why I'm like, listen, I will be conservative. I will be like, really thinking, okay, they really want to make an example out of him. I would say 2 to 5 years. Anything else is excessive as fuck. And anything more is excessive as fuck, and anything less is not surprising because it happened all the time, especially since he is, a first-time offender.
Those charges face a maximum penalty of 0 to 10 years, a minimum of 0 years, and a maximum of 10 years.
Exactly.
You got charged with 2 of them. It doesn't mean you're getting a maximum of 20 years. They're going to run them concurrent. So it goes into one.
Well, they're going to try if the feds is being annoying, because the feds did say, no, the Homeland did say that they were going to try for the 20 years. So I think Homeland said that because they wanted to be consecutively. So... But yeah, normally, especially as a first-time offender, this is a joke.
Separate charge. It goes into one charge. Yeah, she said 20. See, Candy? That girl's a liar. Candy, why don't you get you a membership over here and stop playing? Go ahead and get you a membership, be Ratchet gang. Yes, facts. She said Diddy's still facing 20 years. No,
Yo. Imagine, guys. Imagine, guys. Diddy gets 10 years. People start screaming in the street, like the friends of like Kanye West go and talks to Trump, and then Trump pardons him. Oh my God. Why can I see that happening? Oh, merde. I can see it happening. Like they give him 10 years, and then just Trump just go and says, nah, man, fuck that shit. And I would understand. Oh my God, I can see it. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see it too. Put a 2 in the chat if you're like, Madgie, you're dumb as fuck.
He's not. He's facing 10 years.
Men and these male-identified women, right? And when I say male, yes, the patriarchy. The patriarchy is doing everybody in. The economy, the healthcare, everything. Anyway, right? They had her.
And then I can see Kanye West and Amber Rose just starting a rap about it. Like, Trump did free Diddy. Trump free Diddy. Trump free Diddy. Like, I can't imagine a rap. Like, no. I will vote for Donald. I can see it. Okay. Yo, Kanye plus Amber doing a little song. Like, you know it. Tell me you cannot see it. Oh my God.
They were looked and saw on camera him dragging her back to a freak off and her fleeing and calling security to help. And even when security came, they were trying to kick security out the room so he could finish the freak off. Why do you think he didn't put clothes on? Because he thought he was just going to drag her back and that was going to be the end of it. They found the escort in the room. Multiple people testified.
Exactly. Kanye West may be next. So he's going to have even more incentive to go to Trump and say, this is the persecution of a black man. They're trying to take down the black billionaire. And then Trump going to be like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up as a charge. That doesn't make sense. And then, bam, pardon. I can see it. I can see it. And I'm just like,
fight about that. They found the escort in the room. He was paying for Jane's lawyer. Cassie was not dependent on Diddy, not anymore, and she could speak her mind. And this is what all these people riding with Diddy are celebrating. They're celebrating that. They're celebrating.
He was not on trial for DV. Like, she's making it extremely personal when in reality it is coldly logical. It's not DV. It was not about DV. It was never about DV. It's just a fact. Unfortunate. Like, it was not about DV. They should have focused on the RICO case. That was stupid of them not to do so. Hey, I'm sorry. Like, I would think it's kind of funny though. I would laugh if it happened. I'm gonna be like, I would be laughing a lot. Like, I'll be like, oh no. I would laugh. I'm not gonna lie. Baby dog. My baby dog is sleeping. Loki is sleeping. So yeah, before we end the show, I want to show the video of Abba and Preach talking about why Diddy won, because I think it's a really good video to explain what happened. What is that? Oh, my computer is so slow. It's so depressing. Will you vote? Okay. Oh my God, can you fucking work? Why does it suck so bad? There you go. Yo, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible cook. I'm not gonna lie. And yes, Abba is dumb as a rock. I'm sorry. He's gonna do the little.
Ready to take that, take that, take that. The diddler wins.
The diddler wins.
Hey, you know, bad boys win again. Being found not guilty on these charges instead of it being hung was huge. I can't tell you how big that is because that means that the government can't. Ready to take that, take that, take that. The diddler wins.
The diddler wins.
Hey, you know, bad boys win again. Being found not guilty on these charges instead of it being hung was huge. I can't tell you how big that is because that means that the government can't even retry it even if they want to. It's a big win. The lawyers involved in this are going to have this all over their CV, and for all the lawyers who did different parts of this trial, big win. So after Diddy won big, basically he was still being held on the Mann Act, and so they were hoping to post bail for him before sentencing. Sentencing is when they determine how long he's going to spend in jail. He will be credited for the time he's already been spending in jail. So they go to get him bail, and the judge denies it. They have a big back and forth between the lawyers.
And Abba is so hilarious with his blonde wig. He is so smart. I love Abba and Preach. Like, I love them. Followed them since they were like at the beginning of their career. They're so cool.
Is listen, based off of your own closing testimony, he has a violent history. You've used that as an argument for why you got him off. Judge, I've read the party submissions and the others. The jury convicted the defendant on counts 3 and 5 for the following reasons. Bail is denied. Even if the defendant was solely required to show that he is not a danger to the community, he could not meet that burden. Prior to trial, the court denied bail and sees no reason to reverse that now. The defense conceded the defense violence. His violence is depicted in the video of Cassie Ventura. The defense admitted that this is a terrible moment of domestic batteries.
There you go. I'm like, yo, he posted. He cannot post bail. He's a fucking danger. You admitted it to get him free.
Issue is what she said. It wasn't only that. There was the London hotel incident. There was violence after the searches in this case. So after they'd already been starting the federal process and he knew he was going to be searched and go after, there was still violence again. So he's trying to say there's a history of violence. As to Jane, there was June 2024. After the searches of Combs' residence, this evidence is a disregard for the law and a propensity for violence. And then they also discuss like what sentencing should be in general. And Agnifilo, who is Combs' lawyer, he goes on to say, oh, my client, Your Honor, should only spend 21 months based off of the sentencing guideline. He's already done 10 months in jail. The prosecutor says, fuck that. If I'm John Johnson, I'm offering P. Diddy all the supply he wants. If I'm Diddy,
shut up. Oh my God, he's so funny. Levette is really like, if I'm Johnson & Johnson, but like, no. Like I said, people are going to laugh about the baby oil, but God, it's so traumatizing for the victim. And we know that already, especially like when we talk to like Cassie already made a statement about that people are making joke about it, but that is one of her worst nightmare. And I understand. But that baby oil story is just so weird. That's why people keep on laughing about it. And that's why Armand was there dancing like that when he putting baby oil on him. Oh my God.
The moment I get out, I'm going home and I'm freaking off.
Johnson
I'm
and
telling
Johnson.
my kids, go to bed, tuck yourself in.
Johnson & Johnson. So slippery, you escape the law.
The judge.
Johnson & Johnson, so slippery, you escape the law. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Holy moly, I'm in a chatty mood, so Madgie can't go. Sorry. Fine. Like I said, we're watching that video. I find it so funny. No, Diddy is gonna. Oh my God. Shit, man.
Has a lot of discretion in regards to how they like to do things. And actually, I think this is also part of why federal court works this way. They give themselves a lot of leeway to be able to find you guilty on a lot of stuff so that even if things fall through, they're going to make sure you're going to spend some time in jail. Now, I can tell that this is not what they were expecting as a response from the judge and the court itself, but let's just look through it. The court take no position on what it will consider at sentencing, nor what sentence it will impose. But here, the burden is on him. He cannot carry it. The defense argues that the guidelines start at 21 months. The state says 51 months. That's the minimum. That's 4 years. He's done 10 months. I set sentencing for Friday, October 3 at 10 a.m. That means that he's to be remanded in jail for that period, unless Combs Agnifilo comes back. He says, we would like it expedited, Judge. We will need an expedited pre-sentencing report from probation, but I will be available anytime. There is a great divide on the sentencing guidelines. I see that Ms. Comey has her statute book open. The state's attorney says the rule required preparation of a report absent a reasoned waiver. Probation may be able to expedite it. Judge, update me by July 8 at noon. And we'll.
Oh no. When Diddy comes out of prison, he cannot ever again, like ever, he cannot come out and take that.
Hold a hearing on afternoon of July 8. Combs Agniflo, Your Honor, has a lot of information from presiding over the trial. We want sentencing as soon as possible. Other Mann Act cases, there's nothing remotely similar to this. The cases we reviewed involve defendants making money, millions, or involving minors. Judge, you conceded violence in your closing. Whether that's relevant to the sentencing is not for today, but it can be considered on bail application. His children are here. His two daughters. They're in the middle of the second row. They no longer have a living mother. Here, the user
oh my God, Mark,
has been convicted under the Mann Act. He was acquitted of violence for trafficking. At Combs, we could craft conditions. Would the court be open to us putting together a bail package? The judge, the bail application is denied. We'll receive his.
Stop talking about.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. It's denied. It's denied. It's denied. Jesus Christ. Take that.
Motherfucking bail.
Yeah.
Okay, it's denied.
When we first started the set of videos, we said Diddy's going to be going to jail. The question is just how long. And it still seems to be the case. Even from his own defense attorneys, it sounds like he's going to at least do a year in jail. From what they think and what the state's saying is like, yeah, the state's saying give this motherfucker 20 years.
It's just,
but they say it starts at 51.
But it's 51 months. But it's not, yeah. He's going to jail, but it's not as much as I thought it would be.
There's a clip I saw from these two lawyers discussing the sentencing portion. And she said something I thought was interesting in regards to how judges may decide to give people.
Well, reason more to give him probation if he's dangerous behind bar too. Like maybe it's going to make him go in a good and forgiving mood and he's going to become kumbaya. I think that's literally what he needs to come out and be like, I am brother love. I will do nothing. I am going and just give me my baby oil. Like that is what he needs to do right now. Just do the kumbaya.
Their sentences.
And what they'll do is they'll create a sentencing guideline. They'll give a range of months that they believe the judge should follow in one way, shape, or form as to what Sean Combs should be facing. Now, both sides have already kind of done their calculations. The defense believes that he should get anywhere from 21 to 27 months. The government believes anywhere from 51 to 63 months. And if you're as bad as math as I am, that's basically the government saying 4 to 5 years, and the defense saying just shy of 2 years or so. Or smartest thing that they will do is they'll say these aren't just 2 transportation to engage in prostitution. Here are the 27 escorts. Here are the 2 alleged victims, and here are all the flights. There are.
The public is not going to take him seriously, but his freaky little billionaire friend, they're all weirdos, allegedly. Okay, so they're just going to be like, yeah, let's continue to make the put deal, but we cannot put your name. So he's just going to hide behind some other artist or something. We're just not going to see him, but he's still going to be puppeteering behind the scene, which is sad for him because he really liked, being like a superstar and being out in public. But now he's going to need to hide because everyone is going to talk about baby oil when they see him.
Are dozens of them, and they'll try to use that as aggravating, and also use the violence as aggravation as well.
When it comes to a federal sentence, the judge can take into account bad acts, meaning incidents that you have engaged in that you may have not been arrested for, you may not have been convicted of, but does show your propensity and the type of person you are. This judge is going to try to get the sentence that reflects, 1, deterrence, sending a message to the public that this type of behavior will not be.
The thing is, when I say the public, I'm like, no. The public will look at him like a monster. Hello, Farida. The public is going to look at him like a monster. He has his public image is done over. Like he is a monster. Yeah, he literally had to admit that he is a cuck. He is weird. He gets cum on his chest for no reason. What does he do? He is a freaking DV abuser that even his lawyer is saying, yeah, it's DV. He's a DV. Like he's a monster. His reputation is done. He doesn't care, but we do. Well, nipple, thank you. Nippies. Okay. So yeah, no, he doesn't care, but we do. Like he's done. He's not marketable anymore. And for a narcissist, nothing is worse than people looking at you and being like, so yeah. I think he's just going to continue to live his crazy lifestyle, but without the recognition of the public. But he's going to stay rich and he's going to keep his same little friend.
In terms of rehabilitation, what is the best sentence that will rehabilitate Sean Combs so that way when he is ultimately released, he wouldn't be committing these same acts? Punishment. Punishment. How do you punish a person for the acts that they've committed? So wise transportation to engage in prostitution is not just 2 acts, but we're talking about dozens and dozens of you transport.
But like the thing that they admitted are fucking, embarrassing. Like he's a monster and it's embarrassing. So either way, either shame or embarrassment because he doesn't look like that's a man who put cums on his nipple, guys. Like he's like he wants to look like the big bad boy. He's a big bad boy, but he likes to have put some baby oil on my people. No. Hello, Christy. No, cannot do.
Supporting these commercial workers for the purposes of sex.
I would say he doesn't have a criminal record, but he does have a criminal history.
Yes.
And that difference is going to be big for him.
Really interesting, right? I've actually liked these two because they're very, they were on different ends. He was really representing defense, her, but they were often butt heads. But this is really interesting to listen to in terms of the process. I'll say this. The judge thought the trial, he would object. He would sustain objections. He would overrule pretty evenly on both ends. Judges have a lot of leeway. That's just the reality of the way the court system works. So if he wants to give this guy 6 or 7 years,
Melissa, he comes from the rap industry. The hyper masculine. Yo, Melissa, God bless my love.
he probably has justification to do so. I'm sure they're going to appeal it. I'm sure they're going to fight it. But, the government's like, we not losing cleanly.
I don't think it's over for Diddy.
No, Melissa, I love you, but don't insult me, please. I'm not insulting you, my love. No, don't feel like that. But I'm like, he is from the rap industry. Like, he cannot look like I said, his friend and the rap industry are going to stay his friend behind closed doors.
And after all this is behind him, I think there's going to be more things that's going to come his way. This guy is going to be scrutinized. People are going to look into more and more things, and more things are going to come out.
I mean, he's already got a bunch of lawsuits.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's people clawing away at the money that he has. He's already had to pay out a bunch of people. I'm sure he's going to.
Yo, I know Narc. He's never coming out. I'm like, he won't want to. It's fucking embarrassing. Like everything that he wanted to look like, the big bad dog, bad boy, I'm the king. Now he's a cuckold. He's Diddy the cuckold. Exactly right. He's been having, like, they're going to continue to hang out. But now he's Diddy the cuckold. Can you, like, 50 Cent has probably a list of jokes already ready for him. Like, 50 Cent is going to do an entire album about him to make sure he never comes out again, out of shame. I don't want to imagine what 50 Cent is going to do. Not even going to lie.
Going to try to fight as much of it as you can.
100%. But like, yeah, I think there's going to be much more serious stuff for other things that are going to come out in the future.
Right.
It's not after this case is done. It's not the last time that we're going to hear about them.
Yeah.
He's going to go back in the media, the main light. There's going to be some other things. There's going to be some other weird stuff that's going to come out. That's for sure.
We did a video, I think, a couple days ago, giving our predictions. You said he was guilty on all counts. How you feeling?
I lost. Sometimes, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you win.
That's it.
There's a trafficking. There's a prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wrap.
So you think
it's a wrap.
All five?
Landslide.
Oh, landslide.
Well, your thing didn't go as you planned as well. What did you predict again?
I said he was going to be guilty on the sleeping with the prostitutes, which he was. I said he was going to be found. I think it's very possible that they get. I think they're probably going to get a not guilty on the Jane trafficking. I don't think that's going to go through. The defense just kind of made her seem very much of a liar and unreliable, and just it didn't seem very clear cut. Not guilty on Jane. I said it was going to be. I think they could have a hung jury also on the RICO. I think it's possible. Then they
hung on the RICO.
It was hung on the RICO.
Then they said go back,
and then they said go back. So they kept deliberating. Then they had to come back the next day,
no.
And then basically what they just came to at the end was then not guilty. And then I said. I thought it was going to be potentially hung on the Cassie thing and turned out to be not guilty, which is probably the one I was most wrong on. But that was good.
That's crazy.
That's a really good win for Diddy. For a lot of people who are shocked and surprised, the first half of the trial went really well for the prosecution. The second half was a fucking disaster. But it was actually really fascinating because they started off really strong, and then they had 3 back-to-back witnesses, and like one of them was a drug addict who's like didn't remember her dates, so she was made to look like a fool. Then the other one was his assistant who worked for Combs, and then she was made to look very inconsistent in regards to certain statements. And then lastly was Jane, and I personally don't know why the government did this, and that's why I said not guilty on Jane. I didn't even question that. I was like, there's no way that they're going to find him guilty of trafficking.
Jane was a bit messy.
50 Cent's baby mama, because
I have no idea why they put Jane. I understand for the transportation for the purpose of SEX. SEX teleporting for Jane? Like, that made no sense. Like, that made no sense. I was like, what the fuck are they doing with her? And what is on his head? A blonde wig.
Like, everything involved with her was just too convoluted, and it didn't even look like trafficking for the most part. You know what this is like? It's like when you're trying to sell people on something, and then you keep talking, and then you sell them out of it. Like, you already had them in the first half.
And then you ran your mouth.
You just did too much, and then you made it very muddy.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, one thing I thought the defense did was brilliant. It's like, we're not going to call any witnesses. We're going to end because we feel that's how much he's not guilty. This put everyone in a state of shock or surprise.
That was a power move.
The prosecution just didn't end on a very strong note. It's like a movie. If the first half is good and then everything afterwards, we're only going to really remember the second half. You understand what I'm saying?
And it's fucked up for real. That they, like, the defense didn't call any witness. Like, they did so well by not letting Diddy testify. That is beautiful, man. Like, Diddy would have incriminated himself so much.
So
everybody remembers the ending.
Yeah.
We talk about Game of Thrones. Remember Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, yo. What we remember is the last season.
Yeah, nobody talks about Game of Thrones.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Yeah, why did you feel so comfortable that he was going to be guilty? I thought it was wild when you said that shit.
Yeah, I just wanted to be wild.
Okay.
He could be wild and have no repercussion. Why can't I be? I can't be wild?
Yeah.
He could do baby oil. I cannot be like guilty. Guilty is wild.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was wild.
It was.
But
yeah, you don't think about that, but I really understand more. Like, all this woman and all the victim went through all that for that result. I can understand how other victim be like, no, I'll let it.
No. There is no point. Like, the woman that was literally lifted and put, like, taken over the balcony was made to look like a weird woman. Mia, even now, I'm still stressed for Mia. I hope she has a really strong support system because, wow. And Jane, Madgie does not understand. Clearly, she's still in contact with Diddy. Makes no sense. All good. No comprendo at all.
Let it slide.
I think a lot of people might feel devastated because they feel as though for victims of crimes and stuff like that, that this is a stain against women or whatever. This was just prosecution not putting on a good case. And part of it was they didn't prep some of their witnesses, which I think was disgusting. Like, how did you not prep your 3 last most important witnesses? Crazy.
They thought they really
on cross-examination, these people looked fucking goofy.
They just banged everything on Cassie.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying, like, constantly, like, yo, listen, the defense is doing a great job on cross-examination with some of these people. And then as the thing kind of progressed and they ended on Jane, I was waiting for the smoking gun on Jane the whole time. And I was like, that's it? There's no way he's gonna be found guilty. 50 Cent's baby mama gotta be looking crazy right now. Bruh, they probably gonna be on her ass forever. And a bunch of niggas now know she's okay with being peed on, so her DMs must be different. No, Jane was goofy.
Oh my God, no. Jane, like I said, Jane. Madgie has no idea what was the point of doing that with Jane. It's good. They got the conviction for transportation. Okay, cool. But they were never going to do the SCX teleporting. That was never going to happen. Why did they not prep the last witnesses that they ended on? Madgie does not understand either. Everything is weird for me. Okay? All of it is fucking weird and wild to me. Because I'm just like, all that trauma for what? For that? For him to do 2 to 5 years? Man, almost.
Her trafficking is
Jane,
goofy.
you want me to make you look like I was wig right now?
Yeah, I can't tell you how bad it is in regards to. Imagine for future prosecutions. You know, the prosecution often relies on the fact that they have such a good track record for getting people to settle, for getting people to take plea deals. And now everyone's going to see this case that just unfolded and how much the prosecution took an L. And what they're going to say is this State Department, the way that these lawyers unfold with their investigations are vulnerable. I should fight this in court. It is costing them well beyond just the loss in this court for future cases as well. It's going to embolden a lot of people who may or may not be guilty to not plead. And some people might say that's a good thing. I agree. I think it is a good thing that less people are going to plead and they're going to see their day in court. However, I don't think the state thinks it's a good thing. No, and that's why it's a big L for them. Their business, the state.
Oh, yeah, no, Lisa. We know that Diddy and R. Kelly love to piss on you. Piss. I don't know why. Don't understand that.
Business of being, the guys who catch criminals
Don't
is going to be made much
all.
harder because of this investigation.
So what is it? 3 L's this year? Yeah, Young Thug?
Young Thug is state. That has nothing to do with state versus federal court.
Same thing with YM and
YNW Melly is also state. That's in Florida. Yeah. That's a different blockchain. That's why that shit's televised. But anyways,
3 court L's.
But it was really interesting to watch. I wish it would have been televised. That's my only wish on this case.
Is he going to be making music?
When's the last time you heard a Diddy track? Anyways, ain't nobody trying to listen to that motherfucker.
He's going to take a remix. I'm free.
Yeah. Apparently.
Oh my God. I don't think it's a normal kink at all, guys. I think it's weird as fuck. But yeah, guys. So I will see you all tomorrow. I hope that helped with the whole situation with Tisa and Ratchet TV. And why Diddy won. It's the prosecution fault, okay? So yes, guys, bye.